Hello everyone and welcome to Stretford Paddock. This is the Watchalong of Manchester United versus Liverpool. I am Alex and I'm joined today by Mr. Joe McGrath from the Sloppy Joe's podcast. How are you, mate?
Yeah, good afternoon. I'm looking forward to today.
Oh, yeah?
I've got a little bit of a buzz about me, a little bit of
buzzing?
excitement when I came in, and obviously game kicks off in an hour. Got comments in front of me here, so we've got a strong team out, which I know you'll get to soon.
Yep.
I'm excited. Bring it on, mate.
I'm also joined by Abdul. How are you, mate?
I'm all right, mate.
You all right? A bit tired?
Yeah, I'm a bit tired.
He's a little bit tired.
Definitely didn't wake up like 50 minutes ago, but you know.
But you're here. We're here.
Here, that's all
and we are here for the first game of pre-season. We'll kick into it straight away. We've got Ten Hag's first official 11. Yes, it's in pre-season, but this is his first 11, which is on the screen there. Too many substitutes, by the way, below us. But
how many is it?
It's
20?
just the whole squad, isn't it? But here we go. Let's run through that team. So we've got David De Gea in goal, Dalot, Varane, Lindelof, and Luke Shaw. We're going to get into it. You're not a big fan of Varane and Lindelof in there, I've already been said. McFred starts. It's three managers now in a row have started with McFred. I know people aren't very happy about that. And then the front four, Marcus Rashford, Bruno Fernandes, Jadon Sancho and Martial. That was a thing to be expected after we saw the training sessions yesterday. Start with Abdul. What do you rate of that 11? What do you think about it? It's quite similar to one we've seen before.
Yeah, it is. I think it's just maybe the structure of it, with hopefully seeing Sancho on the right, as we did see in some of the training sessions yesterday. If I look at that defence, like I did say before we started, Lindelof and Varane as a pairing, not as like the single defenders, I don't rate. I think they were weak in that Villa away game. If you remember in the Premier League last season, they were weak in the FA Cup game against Villa. We conceded tons of chances in both those games. There was a couple of other occasions where they played together, not a lot, where people seem to think that should be our pairing last season. Don't rate it one bit. I just think there's no... You just sometimes feel like there's a centre half that should be there, like a bigger,
no one's going to win the ball, no one winning headers. It's just
it's. I won't even say they're similar in style, but it doesn't seem right. Like when I'm watching them, so that will be interesting to see maybe how they'd play in a different structure, because I actually rate them both. It's just when they've played together, I've not been convinced yet. So maybe it's a structural thing. We'll see today. But other than that, I'm quite happy with the team.
Do you think there's anything to read into this in terms of who's not playing? Because again, we've got Maguire who's only just been back. He's not fit. Do you think it says anything about the likes of maybe Baye and Twanzebe? You know, we thought that yesterday. We all predicted that one of those was going to start in the preview yesterday. Do you think there's something to read into it here that either doesn't fancy him, doesn't want to play him, or what? You know,
I think the centre backs is quite difficult because a couple of them, I think, including Axel, maybe a few of the other players had to train separately from the team. Apparently, I think even Jimmy Garner. So we don't know what the situations are there. Maybe there's extra stuff that Ten Hag wants them to work on. And again, we're quite stacked weirdly at centre back, just not really stacked with quality. Yeah. So it's a bit of an issue there. But I think when you look at left back, I'm happy to see Luke Shaw back in there. So it's good to see him. Obviously, he's got like the metal removed and whatnot. Yeah. So it'll be nice to see if
the
he
other
can
day
get
as well.
It was his birthday.
Is
it today?
Is it
today? It might be today.
Wow,
Happy birthday, Luke Shaw.
I like celebrating. I'm having a look at the up front, the target man, Martial, playing right down the middle. He's come back into the squad after that little spell away. And he might, well, I mean, if Ronaldo goes, we just don't know where that situation is up in the air. We don't really have anyone to play up top that has got experience like Martial. So do you think Ten Hag puts his trust in Martial?
I don't think there's a choice.
There's no choice.
There is no choice.
That's Marcus Rashford through the middle is your other option. Which, I mean, when you actually look at his games when played as the 9, whether it's under Jose or under Rolly, his record's actually good. Like whenever he's called upon, like he does.
So why does no one else fancy that? Why does no one else flutter that idea?
I think he needs someone with him that does something, that offers the other bit to him. I think
it's basically what Martial does with him before that injury.
I think I watched. Have you seen that the bit on Sky, the Ten Hag making manager? I got a little bit. They mentioned that he tried a diamond at some point when he was playing. I think it might have been
when he was playing or when he was coaching.
When he was coaching. I think was it with Go Ahead Eagles or was it one of his early days? He said we moved to a diamond, and I was almost thinking maybe he tries that. You know, with what we're missing at the minute. Does he try to get Fernandes and Van der Beek?
I think his Ajax side in that Champions League run wasn't really a diamond, but it had a hint of that.
Yeah.
Where he had like Tadic, and then he had Donny float Tadic in the two. Sometimes like he'd come into a central area, start wide, be a bit of a false nine. And that was quite interesting though, because when he slightly changed the system over like the last season or two, and Tadic has moved wide, he's still been productive. So that'd be interesting to see what happens with Rashford in that sense. The thing is, I think you're gonna try. There's no one that's gonna be like Ronaldo in terms of, you know, being at the current stage of his career. He's a goal scorer. He's a fox in a box. Like, he gets you goals. No one in this team's a real 9 like that. I think Martial wants the ball to feet sometimes, but he's a great finisher. So we'll have to see. Like, has Ten Hag worked with him on a few things? Like, you never know.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the aspect of what Ten Hag could do, is his attention to detail could be crucial in United's season. So if he can, because he doesn't look stressed overall with the fact that he's not got a big budget to spend at Manchester United. And I only think maybe that's a part of the reason is because he knows that he could probably get a little bit more out of these players individually.
I think so. I think he mentioned that in his first press conference and went, this team finished second not too long ago.
Exactly.
And this, it's pretty much this team. Maybe swap Varane.
Varane's headphones look like that. Sorry, Varane and the whole team are coming out to coach.
Yeah. Swap Varane out and put Maguire in. This was pretty much the team that finished second, with maybe Wan-Bissaka at fullback. So I think he knows that this team have got a bit more. I think last season was extremely poor from every single one of these players. So I think there's a lot to do. Shall we talk a little bit about midfield? Because I know for a fact, I've just done a tweet, he's announced Maguire as captain, and then he started Freddie McTominay.
Yeah.
All the Ollie outers, the people that went mad against Ollie, said he's useless. Why is he playing these players? Will be going off their head right now.
Well,
seeing
what else do we
Freddie
want to do? I mean, Matic is gone, Pogba's gone, Eriksen's not involved yet. De Jong's not signed for United.
Even Garner supposedly, like, again, trained away from the team.
What is he going to do right now in this situation right now?
Donny Fred was the other option.
That was it. You've seen yesterday in training. Now, again, this is training, and they were doing attack versus defence. It wasn't too much. But you saw a lot of Fred starting possession and Donny being involved further up the pitch, and kind of that being the two. Now, he's played Donny in that too when he was at Ajax, but he didn't do that when he had Frankie de Jong. I looked because people were going, we're going, it's going to be Don. He never did that. It was always de Jong in the 6 alongside, who was it that first year? You'll know because
de Jong. I think it was Shaw. I don't know how to say Sean, something like that.
Shaw, I wouldn't know. And then it was Donny in the 10. It was Donny in the 10.
Donny 10, yeah.
He only played Donny deeper once de Jong left
the year
after.
I was actually watching a lot of footage from that Champions League, and
it's Donny's further forward.
Donny's not just further forward. Like, he's usually the first player to enter the area. Like, before the striker, like Tadic would drop off and he'd be the first. There was a goal I was watching because I watched a lot of the knockout games and I watched them live and then I rewatched them, but I've not watched a lot of the group stage ones, and I think they played Bayern in the group stages. There was a 3-3 game and there was a goal where Donny just ghosts and then gets into like the back post and then cuts it across goal brilliantly, and I think that's what Donny can give you. But in this system, that would have to be Bruno's role, and this is where it's a bit of a weird one. I feel like if Bruno, the only area I could see Bruno coming into this team if Donny consistently starts, if Donny somehow, like, obviously comes to that form that we've seen under Ten Hag, is maybe in a wide goal-scoring area, maybe in the way that Tadic was used, because Tadic isn't the absolute quickest player. And I'm not saying like Bruno's quicker, but he isn't like lightning speed, but he's got an eye for goal, he's got an eye for a pass. Like,
we saw Bruno there towards the end of last season in a few of them games. Rangnick used him where he wanted to play Juan Mata and kind of put Bruno on the left and the right, kind of just floating around. And I quite like that. But I think that we're going to see a lot of changes. I do think, it's been widely reported, Frankie de Jong looks like the key to making this closer to what his Ajax team was. And I think that's the big thing, is that
I think that's the only,
every single Ajax team he's had a really good ball player.
We really need to get that deal done.
That deal is
because McTominay, we said this yesterday, McTominay, Fred, Garner and McTominay, even Van der Beek there, it just doesn't look great.
When you put Frankie alongside any of them,
it looks, that looks like a midfield then.
It looks like a proper, and I feel, and we said this before, there's players that will get up to a level. Like, if we the season, we finished second, and I know we can't go off that too much because obviously some of the other teams, Liverpool and that, had fallen off. But I thought that team did pretty well throughout that season, and there's a couple of players in there.
Big games as well, big wins and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. There's big game performances, and I feel some of these players, it's just about who proves themselves here, and some of them have genuinely lacked coaching. We've consistently changed managers. We've had a lot of problems in the team, so we have to give some of them a fair shot.
Joe McGrath, you are king of the comments.
I'm head of comments today.
You're head of comments. You've been promoted.
I'm absolutely loving this.
Go on, get involved.
Only Joe Smith normally does this for me. There's a little back and forth going and individual arguments between people around the McTominay and the Fred situation and what people say there. Some people are saying that McTominay's right for the role. Other people are asking certain questions about positions, so I'll flow through them. Jonathan wants to know, is Bruno playing a false number 9 today? Would you say that?
No, Martial up there. I think that you'll see Bruno in the number 10, which he has been for most of his time at United. I think that you mentioned this yesterday when you saw that connection between Bruno and Martial when they first came together, and they were you'd see Bruno get into the box, Martial dropping deep and getting on the ball. I think you're going to see that again for the time being, up until maybe you see Ronaldo in there, or if he does get in there. And there might be that might be the thing as well. When he's got Martial, it maybe gives Bruno a bit more license to get in the box and not to worry about that. But maybe when Ronaldo's in there, maybe that's when you see Van der Beek more. Someone that wants to go and get the ball and looks after the ball a bit more, and then just go, Ronaldo, you get in the box. Whereas at the minute, when Bruno and Ronaldo do that and they're together,
it doesn't work.
It doesn't work because both of them want to do the same thing. Both of them want to be the one getting the goal.
I think Donny Ronaldo would work better.
I think it might do.
Or even Ericsson with Ericsson's hand. I keep forgetting that. That's a player that can come in.
He should be here next week.
Well, a couple more. Eddie T says, trust me, if we don't get a winger, Bruno's going out wide.
No.
So essentially, if you're going to... this also ties into another comment here from Ocean Man. We've got a lot of man listening. Tackle Man's got in touch as well. I'll save his comment for later. Donny will play when De Jong is on board. So what he's saying there, and I want to bring that back to Ed T's point, is if Donny and De Jong are his main midfielders, and does that leave any space for Bruno? And is that why Eddie T thinks that Bruno might be pushed wide?
I think we have to look at like the City team, for example, and how much quality they've got, but they somehow seem to just fit in. And I think it's not really an issue. Like, we're trying to win the trophies. We're trying to go for it. So if Donny and Bruno are playing at a high level, then there's going to be games for both of them. There's going to be times where they can change the game. Same thing at City. You got games where Gundogan plays for 10-15 and then he's out for another 5-10, and then Mahrez, we've seen how he'll run the show for weeks, then out of nowhere he'll be back. And I think it just depends what the manager sees fit for certain occasions.
And you see it as well. There's all this talk about Martinez coming in as another centre half, a midfielder, wherever he plays, and people going, who does he replace in the team? You're like, well, that's like going, Kanate came for Liverpool last year. He didn't replace Matip. No. He didn't replace anyone. He just played in different games, and you used him in different times when there's different opponents. And, I think Martinez would be a great signing because he's got that option of playing in midfield, and I think that'll be it.
And I think
we need a squad.
Martinez.
A squad of good players.
We lost a lot of players this season. Don't forget that. We need to build that back up. Tackle Man says, well, I'm going to throw in a question for him as well. Where's Garner? And where's Maguire, by the way? Do we know? Do we have any...
Apparently they changed the
Garner's not even on the bench. Oh.
Maguire's injured. So Maguire's not in. Maguire's injured.
Would he have started then?
I don't think so. I think that this is mainly because he's not he's not trained as much as some of them. I think that we're forgetting that some of these players have been in for a week, some of these players have been in for 2 weeks. So I think the ones that have been in for 2 weeks, the likes of Shaw, Lindelof, Delot, Fred, and McTominay have been there for 2 weeks. These guys have been in and had more training under Ten Hag, and that's probably what I mean. Especially that front three, because they had all three of them didn't have international football. All three of them have been back. It was nailed on that they were going to start. I think Bruno was the big question mark because he came back a little bit later. But that front three have had 2 weeks of training under Ten Hag. Is probably our first choice at the minute. And I think that was nailed on to play. We've got it doesn't look like Garner's on the bench either. We mentioned that.
Yeah, Garner's not on the bench apparently.
So again, that might be an injury or something like that.
One thing that I think could be interesting to see in this team would be Sancho, I think, driving into the centre and actually Bruno taking like a higher goal scoring position. With Delort holding the width. It's something that I think that's the way maybe you can use Bruno a bit better, is just get him into the area more. You might not want him as much on the ball. If you got Sancho to create from in that area, in that 10 role. Because we see Sancho at Dortmund a lot of the time when he starts on the right, he drives into the centre.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see that. And I think Delors holding the width, because I think he's someone that's... I've seen bits of Delors and I'll be like, I like this guy, but...
There's little bits from like...
That's what I'm saying. He's one of them players where you actually go, could the coaching make the difference for him? So I'm looking out to see what Delors does today, to be honest.
Just to give people a bit of insight if they don't know, or just catching up on Stretford Paddock, they've been away for a bit. The A-team, McCullough, Jay, Joe Smith.
Don't call them the A-team. Don't call them the A-team. They're the lucky ones.
They're the lucky ones. Are currently in Bangkok, actually going to the game.
They're at that game.
Oh, do you want to guess the degree in Bangkok right now?
The degree? 31.
Looking at Andy Cole in a shirt. Sweating.
He's sweaty.
Go on, what are we going for?
Do you know it's not 31?
I'm going.
Go on.
What are we going for?
Come on.
27.
Yeah, 26. But here's why.
It's also 28 here.
I know.
Here's why he's so sweaty. 84% humidity. Sweaty. So it's in Bangkok at the minute. Game kicks off at 7 o'clock their time, 2 o'clock our time as the team.
That is horrific.
I like that.
No.
Right, what you make of the training kit if you're watching it?
If you are watching, the training kit,
just simple yes or no. Simple yes or no for the training kit for this bit.
I don't mind that. You know?
I think it's all right.
There's the birthday.
What I mean, what do we make of the actual kit?
I like the sponsor though. I think it's better.
Of the actual kit?
Of the actual kit.
I don't know about the kit.
I don't know about the actual kit. It feels like it's going to grow on me.
The other thing is, it's so close to Arsenal's kit. It's annoying as well. Like Arsenal have got the same pattern on the collar and all that kind of stuff. I'm just like, could you not have done something different? Could they? Or they don't have a collar this year and then doing it. I don't get why they've got to be the same from Adidas. I'm not.
Erwin says that kit's a bit drippy. Love that. Peter Jackson says it's not bad, that kit. Jason Peace says classic. Loves it. So I think a lot of people, Alex, are against you in a way.
Against me.
You say if I bought you that, what size are you? Like medium?
Medium.
Bought you that, gave you it as a Christmas present, you won't wear it.
I wouldn't be annoyed if you got me it for Christmas stuff. I wouldn't be like, oh, it's the worst. It's not as bad as that like zebra first.
That was
wild.
That was wild.
I don't know where those come from.
I don't know. Well, I know the photographer who took the pictures of the first one. He's a friend of mine. They took it in March. So they kept that very under wraps. It's very secret. But those pictures that we saw recently were taken in Old Trafford in March.
Wow.
No one saw it. Gris says, what's the Liverpool team like? Have we got it?
We can get it somewhere. We can get the Liverpool team up. Let's have a quick
Ethan, have we got it anywhere?
I'll get on it.
Can you put it on our little screen so we can see it? Liverpool team... All I know is it's not as strong as ours.
All I know is don't get carried away with ourselves. If we do somehow pick up a win against Liverpool, I want to talk about big picture stuff. Right, we saw the scenes when United arrived in Bangkok and the airport, and the people taking pictures and wanting shirts, and that, it's amazing to see we still hold that sort of fan base. But I honestly think we've got a couple more years like that playing at the current rate we are. We need to get back up into winning trophies and winning, because we need to get on the future generations' bedroom walls and have idols in the team that people look up to around the world.
I think,
like unfortunately Liverpool have done this year by getting to the finals.
Yeah, I think what they've done is they've managed to keep that a little bit by signing the players they have, which is the Ronaldos of this world that obviously people were disappointed not to see there. Even having Paul Pogba around carrying that. That star power, and you still got the likes of Bruno Fernandes and Jadon Sancho. I still think we'll always have that kind of thing about United. But you are right, considering where it is. But I think United will always be like that. United will always be that. I think we underestimate it. United will always be that level.
I spoke to a lad yesterday who played football with him. I'm on a bit of a latte. Spoke football to him. Too frothy for a latte.
Way too much froth in there.
Don't think I'll get my money back. And he was like, I went to Bangkok 6 years ago. This was the guy. He's a City fan. He was like, when you go around telling people where you're from, they only know Man United. Man United. That changes though. And what I'm saying is it's time to get our arse in gear and get our hands back on some big titles soon. Because I'm worried that the future generations are going to have bloody City posters on the walls and not United posters.
This is not good. They're showing the last time we were in Bangkok, David Moyes' team.
Yeah, what did we get beat?
There was positivity still going on here because we were champions at this point.
So his one pre-season was in Thailand as well?
Yeah. And
who's that in net?
That's Ben Amos, mate. Come on, get it right. Ben Amos.
It's a nice ground, that though.
It's a nice ground, yeah. We do have stuff. If you go over to our Instagram as well, don't do it. Don't come off the stream. Make sure you stick with us. But if you're on your phone, go on Instagram and have a look. Some of the lads are posting some photos from inside the ground. They were there yesterday.
What would you like in the heat, Alex?
I don't mind the heat. I've been there, done that.
They were having a scorpion the other day.
Fuck no.
Eating scorpions. No. It's like a snack over there. It's like our knobby nuts.
It's like our knobby. No,
it is. Would you have a scorpion?
I think I'd give it a go.
You had a scorpion.
So
Joe
part
Smith
of the snacks in Thailand is a scorpion on a stick. Would you try it?
Do you know what? I'd rather have that than like some kind of fish dish that I reckon.
Or like a frog.
I couldn't
you
do
never had a frog in France?
No.
I'd be more scared about other things.
Bro, like, it's squishy as well, isn't it? That's dirt, that.
Do you reckon it's all right in the stomach, the scorpion? My worry about other food isn't like that. It's what it does to your insides. I don't think a scorpion's going to... Very dry in it.
Yeah,
I don't think that would be too much of a shock to the system as having some things over there.
Yeah.
That's my only worry. Yeah, my biggest worry over there.
I think, and I'd take the scorpion over, like you said, like a
I told
fish.
Like producer Callum was... I've told him to pack 3 packs of Imodium whilst he's over there. So
I didn't say this, but I bumped into Zidane Iqbal the other day in the gym.
Did you?
NRG gym, yeah.
In what gym?
So weird.
He's just training in the gym.
He's training in the gym, in like a regular gym. This was before like they'd come back for pre-season.
Did you manage to chat with him, or did you just say a little hello?
No, I had the chat with him.
I feel like you're quite intelligent around football. You don't get too starstruck. What did you ask him?
I just said I was a pre-season going. I was like,
kept
looking
it cool.
good or whatever. I'm not gonna lie, he was doing some good weights, man.
Was he?
Yeah, he was training right next to me.
That's mad.
That is mad to be.
I'm not gonna lie, I was gonna post a picture, but I had the maddest allergy reaction.
Of what?
The only reason is like my eyes just went mad that day, and like they were like that. But the thing is though, what's it called? Like, yeah, he was just there with his boy. It was like really weird. I walked in, I was like, I swear that's it. As I was training, I kept looking over. I was like, all right, I could see like the professional Puma gear because I think it's sponsored by Puma. I was like, the serious stuff.
I've got the Liverpool team. Yeah. Shall we go through the Liverpool team? Yeah. So they've got Alisson in goal, Mabaya, Phillips, Gomez, and Chambers, Henderson, Morton, Carvalho, Elliott, Diaz, Firmino. Now, the back four isn't the strongest, but that front four is pretty good, isn't it? I think it's the younger players. Carvalho looked impressive for Fulham last year, didn't he?
Yeah.
He looked very good. So, Harvey Elliott's the one that is the big question of whether he gets into this team. I seen a clip of Liverpool saying he's like a new signing for Klopp, saying he's for this season. Diaz, we know how good he's been for Liverpool since he signed. And Firmino, he's an odd one, Firmino. Strikers will score goals,
I mean, the breakup of their front three has happened this season. With Mane leaving.
I'm glad Mane left, man. I think the way he ended the season, I think he's probably their best player.
Yeah,
like the last 3 months.
So he kind of gets overshadowed in a way. Obviously, Salah gets the hype because he gets the goals, but the work that Sane puts in is incredible. Do you think they'll struggle? No, obviously not struggle. But do you think they'll find that different to not have him in the team?
I think they found something in him being a number 9 and then just decided to like
get gone. I mean,
it's weird because I could see him play centrally and he did really well. I think it was the League Cup final, did really well in that against Chelsea. Then he just kept his place in that position and he did his thing, man. I think against Villarreal, both legs. It's a bit weird. It depends, innit? Like if Nunes smashes it, then it's going to look like a deal that's worth. Because again, you're not going to bring in Diaz with what he's shown so far. Obviously, he looks a bit raw still. Like he still needs to get used to the Premier League. Like he can beat a man. Like obviously scored against us, was it? So he's got goals in him, but there's still something missing with Diaz.
Yep.
And I think that's where it'll be interesting to see how Liverpool do, man. Because that Salah, Diaz, Nunes front three, I'm not too sure about.
It's very different. It's completely.
No one's really like clean on the ball there.
No,
proper clean.
And I think that Mane was. Salah's the one that scored a lot of goals, but Mane was the one scoring your big goals for Liverpool, and I think that's a big thing. And that that was what United had for a long time. We had players that would score big goals for United, maybe not score prolifically, but you'd have like when Tevez was that season, the amount of last-minute goals he scored in 08-09 that people kind of go, he didn't score 30 goals that season like Ronaldo did, but he scored a lot of last-minute goals for us. And I think that was the same with Mane, where he was the one that was going to get you the big goals and you could rely on him, whereas Salah Salah, I've always felt you could, if you switched on, you could get him out of the game. If you had a good, if you, but the whole point is that you can't.
Man is like record in the Champions League knockouts.
Frightening,
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like he scored more goals just in the knockouts than a lot of like top players have scored in Champions League.
You said Núñez is a completely different player, more of a, again, comes off that left hand side, but plays more as a centre forward. It's a different thing because you've always had that Firmino who liked to drop in. Jota was more of someone playing off the, wanting to be out wide as well. So it's a little bit of a weird mix kind of thing of what Liverpool have this season. Look, they've smashed their recruitment the last few years and they haven't got many wrong, if any, the last few years. So I'm expecting Núñez to kick on, but this is the first time they've spent big on one of them players. They've spent a lot of money on him. They've went out and spent, was it 85 million euros?
That's the issue, though. I feel like if he doesn't hit the ground running, because we know how City are. And to be honest, I have question marks over City's attack, which we don't need to get into because obviously we're not playing them today. But if you know that Liverpool, whenever they've chased City in a title race, you can't afford to lose any points. So if he doesn't hit the ground running, then it's going to be like the fans are going to get on his back. I don't know what happens from there. And that's where, maybe if Firmino comes in, and that's maybe why they've kept someone like Firmino, even though he's not been a consistent starter over the last 12 to 16 months or whatever. And that's why I think, Firmino, if Núñez doesn't do it, he comes on instead of him and he does his thing over the season. But we'll have to see.
It's all interesting, isn't it? What about, what about the videos, the coaching, the way that Ten Hag looks around the players?
He's very very different coach to what we've had. Even Jose left a lot of things to his number two, and the same thing with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. He had people around him that did a lot of the coaching. That's why McKenna was there. That's why Carrick took over and did a lot of things. He wasn't the one stood in the middle of the training pitch shouting at people, whereas you've got a coaching team now that are all very, very hands-on by the looks of things. And, you've seen the clips yesterday of Ten Hag screaming at the players, going through those attacking phases of play and stuff. And it is exciting to see. But I think I was excited when I saw Solskjaer doing that and when we scored a few goals in training and stuff. So you can't read too much into it. For me, the one thing that gets me excited is I think that this still looks like a team that is you can compare it directly to a lot of those Ajax players. There is the obvious missing thing in midfield, but you saw how good that Ajax team got when, I always say that semi-final was the best Ten Hag team. But you can see the similarities in the players we've got. You can see the quality. The only maybe question marks, obviously there's midfield, and then fullbacks for me is the big question mark. But that's what's getting me excited
my
because
big question mark is goals.
What do you mean? You got Marcus Rashford there.
My big question mark. I mean, the one where I say it, the one where you win football games is goals. And if we lose Ronaldo and Martial doesn't step up to the plate, we've not got goals.
Bruno scored a ridiculous amount of goals for Man United since he's been there. I think
he's going to win. Is he going to? Yeah, but where else does the goals come from?
Rashford,
last year.
Fernandes. Yeah, he didn't.
There's a reason for that, though.
There's a reason.
But
Ronaldo's fault.
season before, Bruno, Martial, Rashford, those last couple of seasons before that, they've scored the goals. It's again, especially now if you actually consider Ten Hag.
I'm clinging on to that.
I'm definitely clinging on to that.
There's something there. I'm excited.
In my mind, I'm just thinking every single player playing at his highest level. I'm just being positive.
And I do think
I just want to know that if we start the season without Ronaldo, we somehow have a way to recuperate those goals that he scored, 20 goals, last season, and Rashford didn't step up to the plate last season. I'm expecting him to do really well this year. I think Ten Hag's going to look after him. I'm going to get the best out of him. But even then, that's another, he'll be up into the 20. What was the highest goals he scored in a season? 20, 23?
He got 25 one season, though.
25?
Across all competitions.
Get that back up there, then, yeah, great. But we still need more goals, I think, down the middle. Martial, when was the last time he was up there in the 20s?
I think that's why he wants to keep a hold of Ronaldo, even though there's people questioning will he fit the system or not. If you can work with him, and I think that there's a lot of people I've seen, Carragher saying make a statement and sell Ronaldo early on and all this, and I've seen that from a lot of people. I think the statement would be, look, Ronaldo, you're going to play this season, but you're going to play 30 games for this season, and you're going to be, and it's 25 from the start, and I'm going to play you in certain games, and it's only going to be when I've got him fit and him fit and him fit where you can do that. And when I need a player like Martial who's going to drop in and get the ball, and you're not going to do that, or I need to press from the front, you're not going to start today. And that, I think, needs to be the statement. And look, people know that Ronaldo probably spit his dummy out with that.
I hope Ten Hag actually does that, though.
But you're hoping that's the case, because we need, like you've mentioned there, we need someone, this season we did a preview on this channel where people asked what would be success. Everyone said it's top 4, but a trophy was a lot of people saying, can we get that? And you need players like Cristiano Ronaldo to get you that goal here and there, that big goal in those moments, whether it's him, maybe it's not even starting, but winning ahead of the last minute of the game. You need players like Cristiano Ronaldo around to do that. And if you do lose him, I would be a little bit worried that we're not going to get that raw goal scorer in the squad, which, like Joe said. But I think in terms of general play, you're hoping that Rashford gets back up. You're hoping Fernandes gets back up. Martial gets back up. You've looked the last few seasons. Obviously, Salah stepped up for Liverpool. But up until the last couple of seasons, they were doing it by having 3 or 4 players getting 15 goals and 20 goals. The same thing that City. Look at City last season. They didn't have a high goal scorer, but all of those front players got 10, 12 goals.
Yeah, more than that, Alex. Come on. They all got a lot of goals.
That's it. They all got 12, 18 goals.
Get a lot of goals.
That's what you need when you've not got. Now they're gonna change like we kind of did last season, where you'll have a goal scorer now up there, and that's you've got to work with that now. That someone is gonna want to take every penalty and every free kick and have a shot every time he gets the ball. You've now got can you still get that output in of having De Bruyne getting goals, Bernardo Silva, and that's the kind of balance United need to get. Is they need to have a goal scorer like Ronaldo getting his 25 goals, but also everyone else still chipping in, because that was what went wrong last season for United. Right, we can't do a full-time prediction because there's a good chance that those starting 11s change after half an hour, 45 minutes. But let's just go for the first half. What do you reckon?
What are you talking about? The first 45 minutes?
First 45 minutes. What is the score at the end of that 45 minutes? Because you're looking at that, those teams are probably going to play 45 minutes.
Yeah.
And then they're probably going to go a full different 11. So that team that United got there, what score do you reckon it is at half time?
I think we're going to have a nice game today. I think we'll have some goals. I think I'm going to go 2-2.
2-2 at half time.
2-2 at half time. Give the people what they want in Bangkok. 2-2 at half time. What are you laughing at, Ethan? Producer Ethan laughing at me. Why?
That's what the people want
That's
in
what
Bangkok.
the people want in Bangkok. What do you reckon? Half time, that team.
2-0 United.
Wow.
Why? So what players do you think will come on and?
I think they'll do a full new 11 at
really?
second half. Yeah, absolutely.
I think other than the midfield, because I don't know who's going to play there. Like the 2 DMs.
Let's have a look. Who have we got in? We've got Charlie Savage. Can he play midfield? He's all right.
Not from deep, no.
No.
I reckon he'll keep the pivot. Or keep.
You reckon he keeps Fred on and then maybe puts on Van der Beek alongside him?
Yeah, he'll keep one of them, Fred or McTominay. Yeah. And then he'll probably switch everything else.
Yeah. Who's on the bench there? Who's the?
Is Ahmad on the bench?
Yeah, he's on the bench. Who's the obscure one? Not obscure one. Who's the one that you're going to go? I really want to see him play today and see what he can do.
Do you know what?
Or even over pre-season, who's that player you're going to?
Ethan Laird, but I think Wan-Bissaka will probably play. I'd like to see Zidane Iqbal, but because of the position he plays in, it's not like a pressuring area.
Yeah.
But he showed something yesterday in training, didn't he? He dropped Fred on his arse.
He did look good. I'm excited. Ethan Laird's the one for me, because I've said that I think the right back for me is one of our big, the midfield. We're going to keep talking about it. Midfield is obviously short at this moment in time, but I think right back for me, I don't think Delo or Wan-Bissaka showed me enough last season to go. Yeah. They can do.
I think Ethan Laird's issues, the injuries.
Exactly. That's what
he's always been a quality.
I'm interested to see how good Ethan Laird can be, even just in pre-season or whatever, to try and can he get ahead of those two? Can he be the one pushing? I think left back now. I think Malacia and Shaw. Obviously excited to see Malacia first time in a United shirt. I'm excited to see him, but Ethan Laird for me. That's the big question. I said towards the end of last season, I think what will define us this season is not just the players we get in, but those players that are coming back off loan. I think because you look at that loan spell, even Martial, you've got Martial, Van der Beek, Ethan Laird, Garner. Those 4 come in and can be, even if they're the second choice in every one in their position, but they can be better than what we had last season if they step up. Because look, again, we know the situation we're in with transfers. We aren't going to get 10 transfers in. So for us to be successful this season, those ones that were on loan last season, in terms of, I mentioned those there, they have to step up and, I hate that phrase, but be like new signings for Man United and show what they've got and be established first-team players.
What's interesting about the midfield, I think like Zidane Iqbal, Hannibal Mejbri, I think them two could be like understudies to Eriksen and Bruno Fernandes, and Donny van de Beek. So it'll be interesting to see which one of them stands out. Maybe keep him around the squad.
Do you think they stay in the squad or go out on loan?
Depends. If Hannibal plays deeper, then maybe he stays. But I think I'd just keep one of them.
Yeah, on those three. So out of... is Zidane, Iqbal?
I think Savic will still play. I don't know. I've not seen enough of Savic, to be honest.
Yeah, I'd like to see some more of Savic. Obviously, that was that moment where he came on. But I think that game experience, there was obviously two ways of looking at the youngsters. Obviously, keep them in the squad and let them learn. But have our first team players got enough time to teach, because they've got a big fucking task on their hands.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of, like, when Fergie used to do it with the team that he brought in, he had a first team that could leave it all on the pitch, but then also look to manage the youngsters in a way of just watching what we do now, because they were quality, they understood the assignment, they knew about their position, how good they were. Whereas our first team need 100% focus on the fact that we need a good season this year. Yep. So get the youngsters out, I think, get them playing games in the Championship, match experience, minutes under the belt, knowing their position, understanding their position more, and then come back into the squad and see what they can provide.
Looking at, we've got there David De Gea on the screen.
I thought
it's a big question.
No drama this year, was there, about that? I thought there was going to be a bit more drama in the middle.
I seen Jay Motti put a bit of a tweet out yesterday, and he went, new captain, he's gone, sticking Maguire. The goalkeeper situation, there was the big question of whether De Gea gets sold. He's gone, nope, it looks like De Gea is my number one, done. He's not really jumped into the big, the questions that people are asking. Ronaldo, he's going to stay, that's fine, we're not dealing with that. So what do you expect to see from David De Gea? Do you think we're going to see a bit of a difference in him today, having just playing out from the back? Is he going to be asked to do more from Ten Hag? Because we know in the past Ten Hag system he's relied on his goalkeeper playing a lot more with his feet than what maybe De Gea has done on the last couple of managers. Do you expect to see a big change today, even? I'm just wondering, right? So you got Ten Hag coming in here, and not only is he a good manager in terms of his tactics, he's a good... I got a coffee. We're doing drinks orders. You didn't tell me. We were trying to do it subtly. Whilst you were on the single camera, I was getting away with that. I'll just have a water, mate. Everyone's drinking it up. Right, here's my point, right? Now, Ten Hag understands he's coming into this squad now. He's a new manager. He's got to look after these players from day one. They're going to be judging him and what he does. I don't think Ten Hag wanted to rock the boat as much as we believed he possibly would. So the spine of the team could have completely changed in the summer. Pogba goes, Matic goes, there's your midfield. Ronaldo could go, Maguire could go as captain, and De Gea goes, right? So that's what you were saying might happen. Yeah. If that happens, Ten Hag has ripped the spine out, and you just don't know what the relationship is like between the squad and the other players. So if De Gea has friends in the squad, if Maguire has friendships in the squad, if Ronaldo has people that obviously people look up to him, if he comes in, gets his balls out and rips the spine away first transfer window, I think that disrupts the team too much. Yep. Whereas I do believe over a period of time, he might have a plan to slowly rip that spine away. Yep. And look at De Gea's replacement for next year or in January. Definitely look at getting rid of Ronaldo. And if Maguire doesn't step up to the plate, let's move on from him. I don't know if he can actually do it in the first window. It would have took balls for him to come in. Yeah. And I don't even think, if he'd made a calculating judgment on it, I think he thinks that what he could have done would have caused too much damage, and that's why he may be doing it slowly over a period of time. Yeah, I think people are expecting, this ripping up and starting again. And I think that the only worry people have got is this is Ollie's team. Look, this is what he's built. This team that's gone out today. It's a bit of Jose's team in there as well. But this is the look of exactly what Ollie's team's done. I think this is where people are going. We're not changed at all. We've not seen any change. But you can't do anything until you get them in, kind of the ins first before you get the outs. And like we've mentioned, the outs on the periphery needed to happen before we get rid of the starters. Yeah. I think that's the thing that people aren't taking into account. The likes of Paul Pogba, Nemanja Matic, Jesse Lingard, Bailly and Jones and Twanzebe probably need to go out of this squad as well. Before we start looking at can we upgrade on players, we need to just fix the off the pitch to start with. But They've just shown a clip there of David De Gea to the ball going straight under him, which was, is a little bit worrying. But what do you make of the whole De Gea thing and playing out? There's a big question mark over Dean Henderson. This was the big Twitter argument that Henderson is going to be more like a Ten Hag goalkeeper. He's gone. He's not going to be playing for United this season. It looks like we've got David De Gea. Do you think that's going to be a problem? Do you think we're going to see anything with that this year?
I think with David De Gea, it's going to be interesting to watch this season, because I think as much as the problem has been on his side in terms of making the wrong pass, I think there was one game that stood out for me last season. Leeds away from home, a lot of the time the passes every time to the left, they were going over the left back's head, and it's just repetitive. I think Atletico away as well in that game, there was one instance before the goal.
Oh, when he passed it behind Varane.
Yeah.
It was mad, that.
And there was one where it was out for a throw-in, then they scored. And the Varane one nearly caused us to concede another. But at the same time, I feel the fact that we've not got a real structure from deep in midfield for someone to come and collect off the centre-halves, collect off the keeper, I think it actually limits what the keeper can do anyways on the ball. So it'll be interesting to see if that makes a difference, because I have been very critical of David De Gea, but I've also been more critical of our system, which I think makes a difference on what the players can do.
You talk about that collecting the ball. Do you think that, again, comparisons to what Arsenal looked like under Emery early doors, where it was kind of, you had Petr Cech who didn't look like comfortable, you've seen the centre-halves and the midfielders not looking comfortable. Do you think there could be some cases where the likes of McTominay and Fred are being asked to do what we're hoping that Frankie de Jong will do, and there might be some uncomfortable moments that we're just going to have to go, don't worry, when we get a proper midfielder in, this will be all right? But do you think in the next couple of games, we're going to see a couple of times where Ten Hag goes, this is what I want my midfielder to do. I know you don't like it, but we need to do this just to get this going. Do you think there's going to be moments like that?
Yeah, I think there has to be. I think you have to take players out of their comfort zone, players that don't show for the ball enough. One of them being Scott McTominay, as much as I actually like part of Scott's game. I know people aren't too fond of McTominay, but and don't really enjoy watching him. But for me, I don't know, man. I feel like you've got to come out of your comfort zone as a player at this level and actually attempt and try things on the ball. So, yeah, I think those players have got to show for the ball, one of them being McTominay and Fred, when you're deep in midfield. Because if there is one spot on the team when Frankie comes in, then they've got to be fighting for it.
Yeah. A little super chat from Ton Hutton says, sorry if we've already discussed this, which we have, but we can give people an update if they just joined in. Where is Garner?
Yeah, so Garner, I think, is injured. We've not had a confirmation of that, but Maguire's been confirmed as injured now the team. I think that there must be some kind of injury or illness.
There's one of them that trained away from the team.
There might be injury or illness that's kept them out of the team. We've got about 3,500 people watching and only 400 likes in the minute. Right. Can we get to 1,000 likes before
What would you
kick-off?
do if we do get to 1,000?
I'm doing nothing.
What about a little slit in the side of your hair?
No. Why would I do that? Would you slit an eyebrow?
Oh, I said it first. It's not primary school. I said it first. Well, what about, just do a little slit like that, a little tiny slit in the side of your hair.
No, I'm not doing that. No chance.
Well, if you get to 1,000, Alex will consider it.
I'll consider that. But let's get to 1,000 because, it's nice and lets more people know that this is...
585 already.
Flying away. Let's get to 1,000.
You want to see the slit, go. Right, so I've got a couple of people just getting involved, having a chat. Great to see all the comments come flying in now. Abdullah's a legend. I think he's talking about you.
Cheers.
He says, welcome. This is one. Well, we're talking about me saying that he doesn't want to rip the spine out. Spectre says, I think that's a bad take. The team needs disrupting. They're not here to make friends. They're here to be winners. Anyone prepared to get their back up about a manager's decisions need to be gone. I agree with that. But I can see another point where you say they're not here to make friends. Well, essentially, I've never seen a team win the Premier League or Champions League that don't look like they actually like each other.
No.
They don't look like they've got a bit of team spirit.
No.
And you can't have team spirit with people you don't like. So I understand your point saying, I get it, Spectre. But I do think there is a bit of camaraderie needed to progress. Like after the games last season when it was the full-time whistle would go and we'd be beaten again at Old Trafford, there was no one going around like, pick your head up, we've got this. There's hardly any teamwork or look like friendships. It looked like they were all head down, let's leave the ground. And we're going to get beat again this year, and we'll make it beat many times, but we need to make sure that our heads don't drop too much. And it seems so flat when we did get beat last year. No one was there picking us up, going, listen, yes, bad results today.
I think that's the difference between that
though.
Ollie team and it, that where we had a couple comebacks. It might have actually started from the Southampton away game where Cavani scored
there was something there.
The goals. And I think from that moment, it felt like every single time we went down or we lost a game, we'd bounce back instantly and go on a long
we would,
run of games. And I think that mentality and togetherness of the team, as much as the coaching and the tactical side and some of the quality wasn't there, it actually got us to finish second and have an okay season in the end.
You seen what, again, it's been memed to death of Klopp doing it under, the early days of Klopp where he got the team over for that West Brom game and was it 2-2 or something before the last minute equaliser? And look, it is ridiculous that a club like Liverpool would celebrate a 2-2 against West Brom.
Why is that out?
But shuttlecock. I don't know why, it's in my bag, so I thought I'd bring it out. So let's have a look at shuttlecock. If we win today, this has to be on every watch-along we do. And we could win the league. All because of that fucking shuttlecock right there. Carry on talking, I'm just going to plug my laptop in.
Okay. Got the shuttlecock, because, why not? It's a watch-along, so... But yeah, that whole moment of... That was what Klopp was doing, was this team needs to be together. Yeah. However ridiculous it is, we're going over to the fans and that connection... He's done a good job with it, Klopp, and even though I can't stand him, he has done a good job of getting that connection between the players and the fans and all that. So that's going to be Ten Hag's job, and I'm hoping, hopefully the season, not exactly like that. I don't want to be getting a last-minute equaliser against a newly promoted team and is all celebrating in front of the Stretford end. But all those things, like you mentioned there, if we do, we're not going to win every game this season, even though the lucky shuttlecock might be here to prevent that. We're not going to win every game this season. So these players have to respond very well, and there was those moments last season.
12 minutes still kick
off.
There was
a big question mark about Cristiano Ronaldo, because he was, when we lost games, head down the tunnel and that, and it wasn't just with the fans, but it did feel like he was shoulders dropped against the whole team, going, "Fucking this lot of shit, aren't they?" It felt like that was always the response from Ronaldo, and Ten Hag's got to get it into them that we can't be doing that. We are going to drop points. We are going to lose games this season. But we need to be working towards not just this season, but the seasons after, and hopefully getting a few trophies on the way.
Sorry, people just loving the shuttlecock, so I'm just replying to them.
I know, with the shot.
There's a guy in a suit at the front, that was just on the shot, and he's like sweating, like proper sweating. Do you know what them guys that just like wear suits?
Oh, mate.
Like, where you are, like it's hot, it's
I've
cold.
got an event on this weekend, right?
What do you know?
That, man.
In London.
How come I'm not
And it might be... Wing Festival, and it might be 36 degrees.
In London?
No, there's no chance.
Someone said it on the radio this morning.
What radio are you listening to?
It could be the hottest day ever.
Ever?
In London, not
in the world.
Just the hottest day ever.
That just stunned me. She went, the Met Office have just said it could be the hottest day ever, and I've got to eat buffalo sauce. All day.
Sweating.
So I bought myself...
Absolutely sweating.
Anyone who lives in hot countries, give me some tactics on not... Because I've got a host as well. You saw me what I look like at the quiz. That was only 24 degrees.
Went to a pub quiz of the day. He's inside in an air-conditioned pub, sweating.
No, it wasn't air-conditioned, don't lie.
It was.
Fucking hot. It wasn't air-conditioned.
It was sweating.
So I bought myself a little fan that I wear.
Not that thing not the one off TikTok. It is the one off TikTok.
Yeah, it's the one off TikTok.
The one that's you've not.
So if anyone sees me at London Wing Fest,
he's gonna have that on.
It's not like an electric collar. I'm not into
Imagine
that.
it gets stuck. And it's like
constantly blowing well, aren't we?
Through your beard.
3 hours of battery.
That's not gonna last, is it?
No, I'm gonna have to do it half an hour at a time.
Well, you have to plug it in if it runs out of battery. You have to be close to a main.
That's going to be so messy. You're going to have wings like sauce in your hands.
Well, Erwin says it was 34 yesterday, but that must be where you are. Let us know where you are. Oh, here we go. Billy Cook, member, he says it was 34 down in Cambridge yesterday. That is wham. We had, what was it, 28
yesterday. It was just not the day.
Oh, yesterday was horrible because a lot of it wasn't even sunny. It was just like hot.
No, it wasn't. Yeah, it was just.
It started raining before as well.
It did start raining before, and it was that weird rain when you could smell it.
Yeah, you can smell the rain.
That's odd, isn't it, when you smell the rain?
Yeah.
Not Lorraine, if you're watching.
Joe McGrath, by the way, said before.
Joe McGrath's a rain
he said before the Watchalong, he said, when I used to do Watchalong, I used to come on and talk nonsense because I had no platform for my nonsense. But now I've got my platform for nonsense on the Sloppy Joes. You won't hear that today. We've got a shuttlecock and he's talking about smelling the rain already.
No, Lorraine, she's just commented now. She's put in a super sub.
A super sub?
She's just joined the, what's it called?
What, the rain?
What's it called?
It just said super sub. Join the academy.
Lorraine's putting in a super chat. You won't be sniffing me, Abdul, she says. That's not funny.
That's a lie.
Right, should we get your predictions in?
They go on full-time predictions, not just the half-time nonsense I was talking about before.
People are asking, we've got the game on MUTV, I can say that, can't I?
Can we?
No.
Yeah,
can I?
I don't know.
Well, people are saying, where'd you watch it? There.
On wherever. On
Joe, rate the coffee.
Great question.
Who's made this coffee, by the way?
If it's good, I also want one.
Lewis. He's not got a good track record.
It's nice.
He's all right.
What spoon did you use for the 2 sugars? Fucking ladle. Fucking.
Could I
sugar it up.
Could I have one as well, please?
It's nice.
2 sugars.
Nice.
I don't need a coffee. I got me.
Sorry, I'm about to fall on my face. My bad.
I can see there's a couple of times Abdul's had his
Like,
hand over his face.
He's tired, this lad. He's tired.
2 sugars milk.
Whatever spoon he's used. That's sugar it up.
What's happened?
I hope no.
Is it one of them? The spoon still would stand up if you put it in.
Yeah. Do you want to have a little sip of that?
No, I'm all right.
Go on, take that
No,
in the
no.
corner there. Just sip it and see if I'm overreacting.
Well, how do you know this is from the spoon?
Fucking hell.
How do you know it's from the spoon?
What spoon?
That's a lot of sugar in that.
Sugars.
Oh, right.
There's a lot of sugar in that.
I thought you said it's dirty or something.
Right, okay, so we've got a couple of suggestions here about what the score's going to be. Oh, Nunes hat-trick 4-1. Go away, you. I see you.
Not having that.
Oh, but I think he's a United fan because he's put an unhappy face. Mina says 3-0 to United. Jack Paul says 2-1 United. Anything Video says 2-1 United again. I'm going to go Puri Peters says 5-2 United. Hey, we're going to win by the looks of it. PGD Tong TV says United are going to win 4-2 and Sancho to score. Keep them coming in. Got some Brazil flags coming in as well. Cameroon flags. Is that where you're watching from, I think?
We're still not on 1,000 likes, by the way. I'm just noticing.
no
that. Come on.
I
It's
just
like
seen
140 to go. Come on.
I just seen someone tweet Fred's contract expires this season. Is that right?
I have no idea.
Do you want me to Google it?
Because that's an interesting one, isn't it? Like,
Yeah,
That's
that would be
Signed Fred.
No, it'd be
Is he on
interesting.
good money?
It's not bad.
It is. It's up on the 30th of June, 2023.
I mean, after the season he had last season, if he has like a solid squad member season this season,
Yeah, I
sign.
think he gets a new contract. I think that'll be a big question. I think there's a few of those that you kind of go, are they going to get renewed and be there? Players are out. That is a horrific kit, by the way.
Yeah, the
Liverpool
Liverpool
one.
one.
Not having
Ooh,
that.
you know what? I'm liking our kit, man.
It looks smart.
Yeah, it looks smart. That looks smart. Scott T says hello, by the
Bruno.
way. Good
I'm a
to see you,
fan of
Scott
those,
T.
like the colour.
Met Scott T. Morrison's the other day.
Did you?
Yeah.
Scott T.
Loves Stretford Paddock. I was buying flowers
Ooh,
and dog
I got a
food.
cool cup.
You've
What
got
do
the
you
very,
got?
very famous 1991
Is this
Cup
Steve's?
Winners' Cup. Of course it is.
It'll be Steve's or Jay's, innit?
We will have today, by the way. We've got Andy Tate coming in at half time. He's going to give us
He
his
let him out
thoughts.
the cage.
Ooh, it's good.
We're getting Andy
15
Tate.
minutes.
We may even have Stephen Howson at some point today. Might not be on the watch along, but we will have some reaction as
Who's
well.
the ref there?
That's the what's his name?
Friend.
Oh God, they've called
Craig
it
Borser.
the match. What is this?
Lads, there's a trophy in it.
Oh, there's not a trophy. Oh,
is,
here
yeah.
we go.
Oh,
There's a trophy.
Liverpool fan.
it's called the Century Cup.
The Century Cup.
Sounds
Yeah,
good.
there it is. Yeah.
Oh, they've got. Do you
Oh
know
my
what?
Nah, listen. First game, first trophy. Yeah, I'm taking that for Ten Hag. What a win.
Do you remember when like Spurs won the Audi Cup?
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
we
yeah.
can't.
And then went ballistic.
I know.
Did they do a DVD?
No, that was fake.
Oh,
You just fell for Arsenal.
The
too.
Audi
I
Cup
love
DVD.
that. I pre-ordered it.
I think we'd have a DVD for this if it.
4-0 to United. Darren Cox says Martial to get a hat trick. What a day that would be.
It's a funky ball they're using. That is the ball.
No way.
We're not going to see that.
And Klopp's face on it. There is no way.
I'm
mad.
not. I tell you what, if you are colourblind, you're going to have a green pitch with a red ball. You've got absolutely no chance, have you? Just there's the grey thing moving around, I think.
I'm a little bit colourblind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was told from an early age you can't be a fireman, which is weird, isn't it?
Who's that right back, by the way?
Did you want to be a fireman?
No, I didn't. He just gave me a list of jobs that I probably couldn't do if I'm colourblind.
Fireman was one of them. What was the other ones?
Pilot.
Oh, that's, yeah.
I don't get the fire one though, because surely you can just see a fire.
I think it's more important things than just the fire. I think it's like, haven't you got a...
We're on 1,000 likes, by the way.
Well done.
Great
Next
work,
thing,
guys.
yeah, I get the line. Come on, tell you what. Should we get 2,000? I reckon we can do
2,000.
2,000 before half time. That's a big ask.
2,000 likes before half time. What does one of us do? Oh, someone said a shot of rum.
I can't do that.
Why?
I'm driving.
Get a train.
Yeah,
You drove into town.
I did. Well, I've got my entire life in the back of my car.
Well, you usually drive into town anyways.
I usually drive, but sometimes get the
You
tram.
just get
It's just
rinsed
easier.
for parking.
Yeah, driving into
Oh,
town.
it's not good. It's not good. It's not good. Very
Who's this right
1990s.
back for them? Because
Mabaya. And who's Chambers?
the thing is,
Chambers, is he the one from
Rashford
Aberdeen?
always rinses Trent.
Yeah, apart from when he doesn't, and we get beat 5-0.
No, but
Yeah.
that's
I'm
like
hoping.
Not
that's
always.
because we're shit.
Yeah. Okay.
Even when we lost, didn't he? Like
He
score-
still did look good. He still looked
Yes.
sharp against. Big game. This is
Big
it.
game, right? This
it. I'm
is the
buzzing.
one. Listen, we're in the comments all the time, so come and say hello to us. We'd love
Yeah.
to
Round it looks cool, though.
give you shout outs and let us know what you think of the game as it goes along. Pack Stadium in Bangkok. Are the guys there?
Yeah.
Bruno Fernandes,
The
captain.
lads are there. Bruno with his new number. That looks a bit weird.
I like that though.
I do like
number
it.
8,
I
bro.
like the number 8. He's took Mata's number, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Number 8.
Matto's holding on one.
Think he'll start blogging like Matt?
I hope so. I miss Matt's blog.
Just about how he loves the Northern Quarter.
Matt was min. He used to just write.
He'd lose like 3-0 to Spurs, but then he'd be like, "Hey guys, I tried this like coffee and donut in town, and it's very
He'd write
nice."
his blog. He'd just be
I
like,
tried this thing.
I
called
love
Wetherspoons.
Manchester.
everything just felt better, even though we were losing. He's like, "Oh, Matt's blog's all right. We'll be fine. We're really against."
Yeah, I went into the Northern Quarter.
Penis
Tried this new
shaped
like
waffle.
yeah.
He
Oh,
would've
I
gone-
seen.
That's
he would've
mad,
gone
I
isn't
seen
for
that. That is
vagina.
weird, man. Like that's just going too far, you know.
Yeah. It's too-
That's just too.
For those you
weird,
don't know,
man.
there's a new place opening in Manchester where you can get a penis
Don't
shaped
promote it. They've not
waffle.
paid us, have they?
No free
Well,
ads
don't
on
say
it.
what it's called. And you get a vagina shaped waffle.
Yeah.
That's bad. That
Just I don't get it.
If you had to pick,
Why
you have
do
to
you
eat
need
the
it?
vagina shaped one, don't you?
Well, that's actually horrible,
Yeah,
though,
but-
man. Like, it's
Do what you do.
too,
I suppose
taking
that's
It's only
it
a
too
waffle,
far.
isn't it?
The penis one looks massive.
Yeah.
It looks quite haunting. Doesn't it? Have you seen the videos for it?
It's too much.
Your baby's arm.
Let's move on from this, shall we? No more penis waffles.
Right, the build-up is underway. Listen, they have gone all out to host this game, haven't they, Bangkok?
They have.
Bloody brilliant.
The
Packed
lads,
stadium,
are
love
in there
this.
somewhere. I don't know. It's
Back in the day, whenever sorry to stop you, but when
Here we go.
anyone would say Bangkok, I'd
Yeah.
always laugh.
Exactly. You used to do that.
Yeah,
No, we didn't really do that
It's
because
the
I'm
capital
not.
of Thailand. And you
not
make them
dodgy,
say it
but-
and you whack them in the balls.
It's such a weird name, though.
Yeah, well, not for
No disrespect in it.
Is anyone watching from Bangkok now? I suppose a lot of them will be at the game.
And if you are, make sure you go and say hello to.
Do you think we'll spot them in the
lads.
crowd for one
No.
of the crowd shots?
I reckon someone in the crowd's got the stream open.
You reckon?
joking.
Yeah.
And if they have,
100%. Shall I tell you
4,000
why?
people watching.
No, I'll tell you why, yeah. I'll tell you why. Because there'll be a lot of people who obviously can't really get down to Old Trafford, so they'll be watching United
Yeah.
content on YouTube.
yeah,
Ah, and they
Yeah?
wanna
So
keep-
they're
see
proper
what-
like into the channel. Because
I
you have a
like
lot
that.
of people like that, innit?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
they're proper into the channel.
Yeah.
Like whenever I travel watch United, there's always like people that come up to you, and that's like not even that's me. That's
Yeah,
not like
yeah.
Adam or whatever.
Yeah.
So I reckon
I think
There's
we'll
there's
get,
someone in
where are we
there.
having this? Can you over there? Lucky
Yeah.
shot.
I'll-
Not like
always
Liverpool
take
fan
it.
though.
Just there.
Not him.
Does look a bit weird with it's all
Stop
mixed in.
pointing.
Everyone's just mixed in, aren't they? Liverpool,
No,
United.
even
Should we-
us.
yeah.
We're all
back.
waiting. Right, it is. 1
Oh,
minute
why is that
kick-off.
shirt though? That shirt is so bad.
That shirt is
That
shocking.
shirt is horrible.
Guys,
we
we
need to be
get-
thankful.
What is
As
going
well,
on there?
we do this every stream as well. Make sure you sync up the time with us.
Yeah, don't be ruining the game
Don't
for
be
me.
delayed. Don't be all that kind of stuff.
It's on Joe.
I got a hint about our third kit.
You what?
I've told our third kit is very much like that
A
colour.
shuttlecock.
Yeah.
A lime green.
A lime green. I won't mind that. Something ridiculous.
Someone posted like
It's great that we get this game in HD,
the
innit?
leak.
Yeah. Christ. Right. Come on, big game for Sancho.
It's
Big game for
mad.
Rashford today.
Liverpool first game of
Just stretch your
pre-season.
legs.
Score a few goals. There we go. It's kicked into it. That's better.
Enjoy it.
He looks nervous. Bruno looks nervous there. I mean, I'm nervous.
Maybe.
I'm nervous. Maybe just pre-season. I don't want us to lose this. Like again.
I wonder, did they get like anxiety thoughts? Like, should I leave the iron on? Just before
I don't think so, because I mean they've been away for a while.
Guys, is the oven on?
I think the more anxiety is this lot battered us aggregate of 9-0 last year. Let's not have that again.
Yeah.
Right. This is
it. This
is it. The Ten Hag era is about to begin.
If you were taking a free kick, you'd angle it so you're kicking Klopp's face, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Right, we're off.
For
that
people
is
who
it.
don't know,
We
Klopp's
are
face, Ten Hag's face, are on the ball.
We will have the timer on screen sorted any second now. Once everything kind of gets sorted and
sync everything up.
Going. So make sure you sync up to us so that you're watching at the same time as us. Whether pause us, fast forward us, pause the stream, whatever you're watching.
How can you fast forward us?
Just guess.
Are you watching? Are they watching us in the future?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Mad. Guys, sent me under that coffee. I had sugary coffee like mad. It's mad, isn't it? You Abdul, you're right.
I'm chilling, me.
Yeah, he's fine.
He needs it.
I'm absolutely loving this.
I think because this is quite an interesting time. I don't think we don't do watch-alongs on a Tuesday at 2 p.m.
We don't. I tell you what, the ones in the next few weeks are going to be weird because they're like at 11 o'clock in the morning.
I know. I'm here for 3 of them.
They're not as weird as the ones like we did when we first had this office.
Oh, tell me about it. I was there. I was at the start. Yeah.
I just the
you
one
were there
of them
as well,
was well
Alex.
weird.
I don't think. No, not early doors.
That's when it was just like me, Steve, Dave, and like 2 interns.
Oh, right.
Was that for the World Cup? You did.
That was like World Cup after World Cup 2018.
I remember doing some random games with Statman Dave.
Yeah. It was like Milan 3-4 in the morning. And
Leon versus Napoli. And I have no idea.
Oh, yeah.
Lucy says, ready, guys? Ready, Lucy?
We're ready. Harvey, I can't stand Harvey Elliott. Fred's kicked him. Good start.
Go on, Fred.
Oh, I heard some stuff about like Elliot. I should probably not discuss.
No, let's not.
I was going to say, texted me.
Because there's too many allegedly things you'd have to throw in there.
No, it's not. This is definitely not alleged. It's not about him. It's about someone in connection with him.
Okay.
I've done some very dodgy stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, Andy.
Makes sense why I signed
Where's the
tonight.
tape? Miss Andrew Tate has just walked through the door. We've started the game a couple of minutes in. Liverpool on the attack.
McTominay's getting megged.
Solid back 4, keeping our shape nice. Van Lindelof, again, just reiterating the points at the start. Abdul, you're not too keen on that partnership.
I've just from what I've seen, it was weak considering like how much our fans wanted to see it, but not a Villa game. And I actually like both the centre backs. I just don't think they fit each other as a partnership. But again, the structure can change things, so happy to see how it can play out.
Not pressing. You got Bruno going very, very high there, but we're not pressing ridiculously, are we, to start with?
Just more excited to see what happens when we get the ball, because Liverpool have had the ball for a very, very long time.
Harvey Elliott's just skipped past Fred there.
Go on, Shaw.
Oh, don't get skinned that easily.
Oh, good
save. The good save there after
a Right now, what do we do? What do we do?
United off we go here. Here we go. Martial drops.
Go on, Tony.
Come on, Tony. Look at this.
Straight into him.
Help him.
Go on.
Get on wide. Rashford making a run. Head up, Rashford. Another run. Come on.
Bit patient.
Can't be doing that, dropping back and back.
United patient on the ball there instead of being as direct as
it was nice he was holding that ball whilst he was running and allowing the players to create space. There was a moment where Rashford
could have been
had a little bit.
Couple of sloppy things there. Varane got away with that one. McTominay gave the ball away a bit there.
Shaw got rinsed there in it, but
again, Fred's the one dropping deepest, collecting the ball.
Get his speed for that. Shaw just didn't have the speed to keep up today.
No. Again, kind of to be expected. This Liverpool team a bit more settled. They've probably dropped a couple more players in, obviously, but this team have been successful. I don't think they're changing too much in how they play. This is just kind of, do what you do kind of thing. Whereas United are a whole new system, whole manager asking completely different questions, which is a completely different thing than what Liverpool have got today.
Yeah, indeed.
Mabaya there going past Shaw, putting a decent cross in.
Very decent.
De Gea does well. De Gea does really well in getting rid of that. United now getting the ball on the edge of Liverpool's box.
You see Rashford coming to like a central area there, which is nice.
Interesting ball.
Great
Quite nice
ball,
ball.
Sancho.
Right there.
See how high
Sancho.
up Delo got there as well.
Sancho
Really
into
nice
the box.
Sancho.
Get a shot away there, lad.
That pass was not needed. I think he could have got the shot away.
Quite high up and aggressive.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, great
Varane,
tackle.
that's United ball.
Very
United
high
ball all
up.
day. Yes, well done, Varane.
Nice tackle.
Interesting how high Delo's getting on the inside as well.
Yeah.
Like,
I think that's what Ten Hag's always wanted from his fullbacks.
I think if you watch Matsurawi, I thought it was more of something they added like the last season or two. But in that Bayern game that I watched the away leg in that. It was 1-1. Their goal Ajax had come from Matsurawi running all the way into the area, which I've seen a lot of from last season. But
that was awful from the throw in.
There's always one of the fullbacks who operates almost as like a proper forward.
Yeah.
It's going to be Delo, isn't it? It's not going to be.
It'll be Delo. I mean, we've seen it last season against Arsenal, if you remember, away from home, where he hit the bar twice. Or the keeper had that save onto the bar and then he hit the bar.
Liverpool winning it back there. Varane.
Nice.
Varane, very high.
The team in general is very, very high here.
It's very high risk
now
in it.
Liverpool on the counter here.
Yep.
Coming
Diaz
in
going
numbers.
at
Let's see.
Dangerous 1v1, man.
Got away with that a bit
second
there.
pass away.
They missed.
Go on, Rashford. Rashford tracking back. It's nice to see that.
Shaw's not
Very
doing
quick
a
count
great
by
job.
Got to
Liverpool
say,
there.
the one thing they did well there was recovered into shape a lot better than we have done last season. You know, you've seen that. The amount of times last season
nice,
where...
Rashi. Come on,
It is nice to play. Come on, Marshall. Show us what you got here, mate.
Bruno, go on, lad. One more.
Well played. Go on. One more.
Oh, Fred, man.
It. Very well
Fred on
played
the
there.
ball
Let's
was
take
very
some
good from
positives.
Bruno skipped past a couple.
Bruno looking
slotted
lively.
Fred.
His feet looking sharp.
And then
he got through that. Fucking
If
Fred
had got that
a
old
lot more
Sancho, that was
composed from Bruno
1v1.
there, man.
Yeah.
I like that.
Very nice.
It's been a fast start for
It's very
pre-season.
fast start for both of them. What's interesting is when from both sides is when especially for United, when the midfielder, if it was Fred or McTominay, Fernandes, have got the ball, there's no real urgency to let it off the feet. They're allowing players to make runs for them.
Yep.
Last season it was very much, I've got the ball in the middle, I need to get rid of it as soon as I can.
Yep.
And it didn't get players in great positions. Now Fernandes had the opportunity then to hold it for a little bit longer, and then Fred appeared. What a ball!
Yeah.
Fred is Fred.
Fred is Fred.
Couldn't really get it off. If you did get it to him,
You'd have been through there.
I think Sancho could have helped him slightly with
Yeah,
the run
he
as
didn't
well.
give him an angle, really, did he?
Yeah,
It
he didn't really give him an angle. We're struggling in the wide areas, you know.
Genie. Yeah.
Like defending the wide
He
areas.
did well there.
Something
in the
we've
end.
got to work on.
Hey, getting tested nicely.
Maybe, it'll be different with like Wan-Bissaka and Malacia. I think we'll be a bit better defending
think?
those. Yeah, I think Malacia, there was a game against Anthony, like, where he was 1v1, like winning every challenge, and Anthony's not the easiest to defend against. I've seen a couple of his games in the Champions League, so yeah, I think even Ten Hag said it. He's like a real modern fullback that's just got it all around.
It's when we drop into defence, it's almost 4-4-2, and you've got Rashford dropping very deep when we're out of the ball, and same with Sancho. They're the ones seeming to cover in, whereas you're leaving Bruno and Martial very high up still.
Nice, Lindelof.
Yeah. Everyone clogging the comments saying, show us a game. Go away. You know we can't. My God, it's like, it just turned into a watch-along for the first time. Go and find it yourself.
Yeah.
We're here to just chat about
Yeah,
it.
just have a chat.
The people want to talk about the game.
Yep.
And then everyone's like, show us it. Go find it and come back. People say it's like a whole new team, this. United players still not fluent with Ten Hag's system yet, Skywalker says, but there's little bits and bobs appearing in the game.
I think it's going to be a while. I think to be ready for the first game of the season will be a big ask. To have something completely new. Bruno doing his favourite little.
Great ball, to be fair.
Ian McDonald says it's like a whole new team playing.
Again,
I like the. I tell you what is a bit of a fresh air. Our attacking players look a little bit different.
A bit more composed.
Our defenders still look shaky. Our wing backs still look like it's like the first day at training camp kind of vibes. But yeah, a bit more composure, a little bit more patience, and I think it's just the fact that they trust themselves as well.
Have you seen any drastic changes though in terms of shape or anything like that? I've not seen anything different to.
No,
to how
I think there is a difference. It's just having to like watch it for long enough to notice.
Yeah.
Sword of Zorro says, talk about our midfield in capital letters.
it's not the midfield I don't think Ten Hag wants. I think that we're still got the obvious gap of someone that's going to control the game for us, in it being Frankie de Jong. And I'm a little bit confused at why it would be why it's McTominay and Fred still. I thought that you might see Van der Beek in there today, but also this Liverpool team are good, and I've always said that I think that McTominay and Fred together is
it's a good shot.
Good save.
Great
De Gea.
save by De Gea.
Diaz there driving it the low.
Diaz doing very well.
Really good save.
We need to see some of that from our players. We need to see a little bit of confidence. Sancho taking the ball around, having a couple of digs. That goalie shirt is very nice, by the way.
Smart, innit?
Very smart from De Gea.
He's good, that Diaz, isn't he?
He is nice, and that's what Diaz provides.
Joe,
I tell you what, Liverpool with the better of the chances, getting the shots away, testing De Gea. Let's do that ourselves. We're a bit too tricky at times trying to get set ourselves up.
That kit that they've got is weird, isn't it?
Nike have had a shocking job with like the couple of the World Cup kits. Have you seen the England one?
I've not seen it.
The England one's basically the back of the Liverpool shirt. Like, I'm not even joking.
Is it bad?
Like, it's like got that thing.
Yeah.
It looks like a sad face emoji. Horrible.
Fitness balance as well. We are so open, but it's so much better when we get the midfield he wants. Be less so. Love that we are playing so high up.
Yeah, I think that's what was to be expected. I think this is...
Master Bunda says McFred need to go.
I mean, I knew that was going to be the case. It was always going to be the case. People
What's that guy's
happy.
name?
Master Bunda. I don't know if he has...
Let's not. It's not.
If
Just
he
not.
has a Master
It's
Bunda
not.
or
Let's not.
he has a Master.
Not. Luke Shaw on the left-hand side, driving forward. Not seen too much of Marcus Rashford as of yet, apart from now absolutely skinning someone.
This is our Sancho.
Sancho, come on, Sancho.
Rashford's gone central there. It's interesting, like how he goes into the centre.
Are they going to be
Wait
quite
for the run,
fluid?
then use the low, man.
Go on.
Get in! Sancho scores. United 1-0.
That was a very fluid attack.
It
That was
was
a very
right
fluid
attack.
attack. And I tell you what
Rashford
it was.
went
It
into
was a
centre,
bit of
Sancho
confidence
wide.
to allow Sancho to be the player he is.
Yeah.
Love
and
it.
he's a great footballer, fair player. But if it kicks off in the crowd,
You reckon it does?
should they segregate the Liverpool fans and the
No,
United
absolutely
fans?
not, no.
Free for
They're
all,
too
is it?
peaceful over there, innit? What's the crime
Sancho
rate?
there, I mean...
Is the crime rate high?
No, I want to know what the crime rate is.
Just got a goal. What we're talking about? The crime rate of Thailand. Fucking belter. Oh dear. That's good finish from Sancho. A little bit of luck obviously involved there, but all started Sancho absolutely rinsing their right back. Let's not have a
Apparently it's moderate.
moderate
You've actually
crime rate.
Googled it.
41.49.
Yeah, I've got that. Yeah, level up. What does 41.49
I don't know what
mean?
that is.
No, it's just a number.
It says moderate.
yes.
Low would be 38.5. So
Sancho, yeah, absolutely rinsing the lad on that.
No,
He
I tell
moves to the
you
left.
what you've got to say. Sancho's confidence and having the ability to hold the ball a bit longer on the left was nice to see.
Look, I
a
think
bit tricky.
the one thing I've noticed though off the ball is I think there's triggers when we're pressing.
Yeah,
So when we press, there's like players that will touch the ball, then we'll all press.
yeah.
It's leaving space in behind, but it's like
That's
Klopp
always- that
with
was always
Liverpool
the case.
at
Do you
the
think-
start, innit? Like they will
Yeah.
get exposed a
Do you
lot.
think
at the
all
start.
three, Martial, Rashford, and Sancho, are being fluid? Oh my god!
Yeah, what I'm seeing from so far from Rashford is a lot of like what Tadic does, which is like start wide, run in central, then
Yeah.
the other players will move off him.
Has
which Sancho
Martial,
did.
does Martial copy that?
I think he kind of fills in where the gap is. So
Yeah.
whether it's him filling in the right or the left,
Played
ball
from
that from
McTominay.
McTominay there. He's got that. It's just
He
there's
can play
times
between
that
the lines.
he-
You just
he
got to
can.
want the ball. Again, this is where coaching comes
Yeah,
in.
yeah, because he just doesn't. He's
Yeah.
again. He started as a striker where he's he's on the shoulder. It's a big change for someone to get
He's
into
getting pushed
midfield.
quite highly here. Liverpool high press, 5 of them giving us the high press here.
But
We're dealing with the ball
nice
all right.
and confident.
This is where I struggle watching United, like, sort
have
of
done for years.
hands behind your face, sort of. Are we going to
Behind
muck
your
up?
face.
Hands in front of your
behind
face, sorry.
How'd you manage to do
Get
that?
arrested again, officer. Hands in front of
Hands behind your
hands
face.
in front of your face, sort
Sake.
of. Oh, please don't slip.
Yeah, we played out of that quite well.
We did play
Done
that.
well.
Quite sure. Commentators curse, and I thought Abdul was going to give
I
ourselves.
know, yeah. We've done well so far out of it. Kind of relieved the pressure a bit, but it is Fred dropping in there, which again, that's not what you want to see. That's where you want to see it being.
That's what probably
De Jong.
Frankie.
That's what you want De Jong doing. You don't want it to be Fred. The interesting thing is Fred's doing that job. I thought it would have been maybe the other way around.
Great ball.
It's a
And great
nice
ball
great
again
ball.
from Delo.
Come on.
Go on, Marcus. Just unlucky there.
I tell
nice,
you what,
that's
some nice
straight
balls
through,
there.
yeah.
I just want Rashford to score a goal, get a bit of like, I can do this.
We can't read into too
confidence
much,
in him.
but we're 1-0 up against Liverpool. And
Well, again, look,
Yeah,
look
we
at,
can't
look
read
at that
into this.
front three now. Martial
yeah, you've now
on the
got
left.
Martial on the left, Rashford through the
man.
middle.
It's very exciting if that's how we're going to go forward. So
Yeah.
no defender really knows what part or who they're going to come up against.
Delo does well there in the end.
That's one thing that I'll say Delo under Ragnick, I think, picked up on is that aggressive on the front foot thing, which I didn't see from him before.
The big thing for me the thing with Delo is those crosses into the back post. He always looks a bit lost.
Yeah, that's the
You even
issue
saw
off
it
the ball,
yesterday.
yeah.
I mean, again, this was proper nitpicking and looking at the training video, but that
But
goal,
we've seen that. We've seen
goal
that.
when everyone went mad about where Sancho's crossed it in for the Rashford header, and Delo's there with his hand up saying sorry about that because he just
on,
left his
Tony.
run. Oh, that's
What?
never
There
a
was
foul.
nothing
Oh,
wrong
come
with
on. You dickhead.
He was asking
Someone
if it
said,
was
can
offside or
everyone
foul.
keep an eye out for Jay's
foul.
bald head? So if you don't know, Jay, Adam McCullough, Joe Smith are currently in Bangkok. Currently at the game.
There's Jay.
No,
that's
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 Ten
gotta
Hag.
be Jay, surely.
Ten Hag, mate. I know.
Surely that's
Ball
Jay.
is on the line up there. So if anyone can spot a picture of Jay, we'll give you 5 points.
5 points.
5 points of
what the
what?
points
on a
make.
New league prizes.
Just spotting the bald man.
Yeah. Take a picture of it if you can.
Oh,
Rashford,
Rashi.
Come on, Rashford.
Go on, man.
Oh,
back.
Go
Go
on.
on.
Shoot. Oh. Just shoot.
Martial and Rashford
Look
there.
sharp.
Like
Nice.
it,
Two
like
there.
it. Shoot.
We've looked
Get confidence in him.
sharp so
You can
far.
overthink things, Rashford.
Yep.
That's why I love it. Get the shots away. Know you got that foot on you. Give him.
What more comments have you got?
Yeah, I've got loads of comments. Well, people are currently looking for Jay's bald head.
Right, okay. Keep looking.
Who's Craig Sharman saying who's playing down the left and the right versus Rashford and Sancho?
I think they start in with Rashford left and Sancho right, but Sancho got his goal from picking up on the left hand side there, so I think it's pretty fluid in terms of where they're picking up. Which
There must be like triggers of like when we've got it in a certain part of the pitch, that's when Rashford goes central,
Yeah.
or when Sancho moves across.
yeah,
That's what I've noticed, anyways.
Master Bunda again. De Gea looks.
I swear you're reading his comments.
No.
Where is
De
he?
Gea looks a lot calmer on the ball already. I just think he's making some good points, the Master Bunda.
yeah. He left me with
Sorry,
him.
it's just chaos because people are still asking to watch the game. Peter Lee. Nope, not reading yours.
You know what?
Peter no.
Centre
Peter Lee,
backs are
thanks
pushing
for
so
watching.
high.
See,
But look,
we're all
look
over
how
here.
it's-
Counter attack now. Can we hold?
They're not scoring.
Stop
They're
the
not scoring.
shot.
They're shit. They won't score.
Stop the shot.
They're not scoring. So bad.
Oh,
Ready? Get the ball away.
I told you.
get it away.
Come back.
Fuck off.
Fucking get rid of it.
No!
Get rid of
Have
it.
you just let him do that?
No!
Offside, missed
Oh, you
it.
stink.
Missed it. We're both shit. No shot. If they don't score off this, it's go on. Come on. Right, defend up. Get your shape again.
I'm not gonna lie.
Men.
The way we're playing is so risky. You know,
It is-
the centre backs are always pushing up.
We need
guess that's what
to have a
Ten
look
Hag
at
Wow.
our defence. I
What
think
was going on
that
there?
was. I mean, I bet a team scores against us 100%.
Yeah. A better team than Liverpool. Okay.
Well, what I mean by it, it's a
Diaz
better
is
team. Yeah, what are
good,
we
you
talking
know.
A
about?
better finish would have scored.
What are you talking about?
He-
Better
he
team, yeah.
should have
You know
scored.
what I mean by that?
He missed an
For
open
example,
goal there.
If they've got the full team out, they score against us there.
He's missed an open goal, Diaz here, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's
They're not showing that replay, but he definitely missed an open goal. And he's just hit the post. Still 1-0 though. How they didn't score this, I don't
This
know.
was good from Carvalho.
Delo did well in terms of positioning.
Did you see how that
But the
starts?
header-
Though? Varane had pushed up aggressively,
Really
but
aggressive.
lost the battle. But I think Ten Hag's asking his centre backs to do that.
was it-
He's asking for one to go.
Yeah. And again, that's like you mentioned there. Varane and Lindelof have never been the natural one that wants to go and do that. Bailly and Maguire have been the ones really good.
Nice ball.
Nice ball. It's onside.
Right, speak to each other a bit of communication at the back post.
Someone get closer to... I would like someone to come across quicker to Martial.
It does always feel like...
better movement.
We are haven't got as much ammo in the box when we do press.
Do you know who would have been good in that area? I think Donny. I think Donny would have been very good.
What's happened there? Offside?
I don't know.
I think Donny would have been really good in that little attacking sequence
because no one attacked that space. Martial finding form? Question mark. I don't know.
Been good so far.
It's been alright so far.
But brought down, the ball down well.
I mean,
made some good
the
runs.
other thing to remember is we've got our best team out of Liverpool. Have got
a
bit of a rotated team, but
Gomez has been there.
Gomez is a good player.
Played Champions League finals.
He
played, didn't he?
Alisson, a good player. Not doing it.
Oh, no,
Chris Norman's sort of stressing, sort of saying what I want to say. So positive in attack, but stressful defending. That's what Chris Norman.
But Abdul said that when Klopp first came in, that was his thing. There was a lot of high-scoring games.
It's
and
until
things like
you
that.
see your weaknesses and who you can replace in that team that can't do that job.
And because remember, Klopp got them scoring a lot of goals and stuff before, and then they went out and signed.
It's nice to see the attack being.
It looks better, doesn't it?
It's creative, but it's free. There's a lot of space, but the
he
players
went out and he then goes out and signs Fabinho and Van Dijk and then Alisson, and you're like, then they started to look solid.
That's the difference I feel Frankie
and
Martinez will make, because I think both of them know what Ten Hag wants.
Yeah.
But especially Martinez, what I've noticed when I've watched a lot of his clips, which weirdly actually when I was watching Martinez, watching him before he was properly linked to us, and I was like, this guy is a player. He'd actually win a lot of those duels that Lindelof and Varane were pushing high up on.
So do you think he's the one that he wants, or he wants someone like that can step out a bit more?
I think he wants someone like that because he could do both. Because on the ball, he's got that ball over the top.
Yeah.
But also, he wins them duels in the middle. Very, very impressive. I think he's on, actually. I think he was on.
20 minutes in, 1-0 United.
It feels longer than 20 minutes, doesn't it?
It's been chaos, hasn't it?
Yeah, there's been
has
some
been a
chaotic
bit
moments.
of chaos.
It's good.
But again, first game of pre-season, it's expecting it. As long
Nice
as there's
finish
some
from
good
Sancho.
stuff.
Yeah.
Really good finish.
Just saying, Jon Snow says we need reinforcements fast. Right back is a must, along with a midfielder.
So if we're saying Frankie comes into this, it would be say Fred's role. McTominay in this game, I feel like he sort of stays as the shield. So he doesn't really go and get the ball off the defense. He's that shield. Obviously, he's played a couple of decent balls between the lines, but
Has Luke Shaw always had them tattoos?
I was gonna say I've not seen.
He's got
him.
some fresh tattoos.
I don't.
Is he just got a bunch of random tattoos?
Yeah, because it's not a sleeve on it. It's just random.
Yeah, that's new, that, isn't it?
You got a tattoo, Joe?
No. Have you?
Got one. I've just got a little one on my wrist there.
Oh, nice. No tattoos, mate.
No.
I just don't know what I get.
Sloppy Joe's logo on,
That's true.
your
Yeah,
backside.
I've got something meaningful in my life.
not your fiance. The Sloppy Joe's podcast.
That was the joke. Oh, should we get a picture of her face?
That's
like
mad.
Beckham
People that do
name in
that,
Arabic.
Just what? Like the
just
sleeve?
get a full picture of someone, not even a family member or a wife or whatever. just
I've seen people
says
like Joe Rogan on the leg. And you're like, what's going on? Why?
Con One says he'd probably get his chippy order. That made me pissed.
So your chippy order, what would that be?
Come on!
Go on, Sancho! Go on, lad!
Do something!
Williams.
Rashi goal.
Oh, shit finish.
That was nice though.
Yeah.
Pushed high.
Williams made the mistake. Was it Williams that made the mistake?
Phillips.
That's the lad.
I've
Phillips made the
missed that one,
mistake.
People are asking.
So what would your chippy order be?
Chips. Fish. Curry sauce.
Nice pass round the corner.
Thank you. And what would you... No drink on
Go on,
that?
take him on.
Oh, referee. Come on.
We're having that? It's called at least.
Surely that's a foul.
What's your go-to chippy drink?
A nice fizzy Vimto.
Fizzy Vimto.
Yeah. Well, what are you saying?
I like cream soda now and again.
Do you?
Yeah,
Cream
I
soda
like
is so bad and so
No.
Vimto's nice as a juice, but
Fizzy Vimto's good. Tango, we've got from Andy Tate.
Tango.
This was good.
Tate
Should score it. Should score.
Time,
you know what? This was good from Sancho.
Sit in for me, Andy, because I will need a toilet trip.
Toilet break.
Yeah. So I need to sit in for me.
I think we didn't need that. We could have just done a substitution, but without without that. But
well, people want to know, don't they?
The lucky shuttlecock working so far.
It's working 1-0.
We're gonna have to pin it to the wall or something.
Where could we put it on top of the TV?
Yeah, where you had your shoes stolen.
Only for watch-alongs though, because you don't want to do a preview with it.
I've got a confirmed guest for one of our watch-alongs, me and you, for next Tuesday.
Who is it?
Mate, Danny Mack's coming on.
Is he? I'd love to. Yeah, that'd be great. Danny Mack's great.
Got Danny Mack
loves United. Very funny guy.
Yeah.
Right, let's get somebody's
Am I being disrespectful? I don't know who he is.
No, he's a stand-up comedian from around here that me and Joe know from various different things. So
shout out Danny Mack.
Shout out Danny Mack.
He'll be on next week.
Sound lovely.
Right,
Sancho's looking lively though.
25 minutes in. Sancho's looking for me like a world beater at a minute.
There. Bruno.
Nice.
Great ball.
Water ball. Bruno's
Someone get close
got his
to
eagle eyes on.
I think the runs there should have been much better.
Yeah,
once Bruno gets it.
I think Bruno's run's great.
Yeah, and someone's got to follow.
Third man run.
We're getting into promising positions, and a lot of the time I think the runs could be a bit better. That's something Ten Hag could, again, look at the footage and change. Well, it's been good. What I liked about that Sancho were the chance, which I think Rashford should have done better there, but Sancho's pass selection was very good. The ball onto Martial wasn't really on, and he waited, and that's one of the things that always stands out for me with Sancho. Yeah, that when he was at Dortmund, you'd see a lot of that, but he just doesn't seem to get into those areas for United.
No,
he doesn't. But again, it's
proven he can play on the right. This whole thing of he can only play on the left. Like,
he's done well in the end.
There's a lot of big chats about the sort of chippy order, by the way.
Around the corner.
Everyone's just talking about Dandelion and Burdock, probably the best.
Yeah, there's a lot of people going for that. It's never been mine.
Very good.
I don't mind it, but
nice switch.
Nice
That's a very, very
good switch. Come on, do something. Let's get second.
Go on, get it.
Do you think we're gonna have a full new 11?
Go on, Scott. Have a bang.
Oh,
good football though. I'm liking it. It's
full new 11 before a half time. Do you expect?
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised.
Full.
Again, the big things midfield because we've just not got the players.
Yeah, there's no options. I mean, if Jimmy was around.
Unless there's someone, maybe a full-back can drop in there and do a job for it that you might look at. But again, from what we watched, what they showed in training yesterday in terms of defence and attack, there wasn't too many options. I think, obviously, the full-backs will change at half-time. We'll see Malacia and Wan-Bissaka. Centre-halves, do you see Twanzebe and Bailly maybe?
Played.
Maybe.
First time, don't do that.
Is it roll off, roll on? So
no.
All right.
No. That'll be
so as soon as we make the 11, we've got to stick with that.
The only worry is that Liverpool have got their strongest 11 on the bench, and we've got our strongest 11 now.
Yeah.
So we look all right against this lot.
No, but
when we've got our second choice out and they bring Salah, and the lot,
I reckon
done well again. Rashford.
Nice pressing, great
Martial there, brilliant. That was actually that's exactly
really
what you
good.
want.
Yeah, you want to see that.
So we spoke about yesterday, me and Ronaldo, and about like just getting the ball down quick. That's where he's effective. Like I don't see Martial as like a hold-up 9, but once he gets it down, he's got that physical ability to beat a defender.
He needs it into feet. It's not He's not a player who's going to take it off his chest and hold it up. But if he drops deep and you can play it into there, he can hold it up and bring other people in, which is what you want to see. And like we mentioned before kickoff, I think that suits Bruno, someone like Martial doing that.
Very, very good.
But
between the lines.
If you are going to play someone like Ronaldo, I think that we've mentioned, I think Donny van der Beek maybe is the other one that can go in there.
Taco Man's suggesting that Bruno's playing better because Ronaldo's not around.
Could be.
I
think we've all said last season the question marks over Ronaldo. You can't question what he did, but you can question what it meant for every other player and what that did, and the players that were very direct that like Cristiano Ronaldo, like Bruno, Mason Greenwood before everything.
It's balance.
Rashford, meant that they couldn't do that, and that we had to have different players in and around there.
In my mind, I think it would be more like Donny Ronaldo would fit a bit better.
Yeah.
And I think if this is what it's going to be, you need combinations of that.
Had a bit of technical difficulties there, so we didn't see what United have offside by the looks of it there from a bit of an attack.
Yeah, Ryan Bates says, is Joe any relation to Winston Churchill? I don't think I like Winston Churchill.
Is this your thing? I know. I've heard the Henry VIII shout.
Henry VIII's more. I'd take Henry VIII.
The Henry VIII shout's my favourite thing.
Yeah, fucking hell. Skywalker says Sancho most creative player so far.
He does look good.
Why is Ronaldo not playing? He's not come. He's not travelled.
He's not there.
That's the thing as well. You know, if he's not there in pre-season, then doesn't start the season, innit?
Yeah, that'll be the question mark.
Straight away.
The other question people that I've seen in asking, even if we get a signing done the next couple of days or whatever, are they going to risk, not risk them, but have them do that long trip to Australia for 1 or 2 games, or are they going to keep them in Manchester? Because
I think it's about the training aspect as well, though.
Yeah,
like it's just about being around the squad and knowing what the manager needs.
Oh, there was a wrong pass.
Wasn't
but it's worked out.
Go on, penalty.
Go on, Rev, give him a penalty. Go on.
Fred's chipped him.
Oh! Fred with a chip.
There he is.
You know what's good about that goal? Fred actually won the initial ball in midfield very, very well.
Ten Hag looks calm.
Don't care.
Ten Hag looks angry still.
Zidane Iqbal loving that in the background.
2-0 up.
God, I hope the United fans.
You went 2-0.
Giving it to them.
You went 2-0 first half.
half-time,
You went 2-2. There's time for both of them.
Let's take it to 4 before Salah comes on and scores. Is he in there?
Yeah, Salah's there.
Yeah. It's all right. We got
some good. There was some look. It's a great finish and there's a bit of luck there, but really good football.
I don't know what Bruno was thinking.
No, I like that.
It worked.
It's all right.
I think Delo's was so free there. I don't know what Alex.
It's a brilliant finish, by the way.
We're winning the treble.
We're going to win the lot, aren't we?
We're winning.
There'll be a lot of fans who are watching this game now, watching us from other fans. They're rubbing their hands together, won't they? Because they're clipping this ready.
Yeah.
Ready for the end of the season.
At half time and gives Frankie a ring and goes, "You've been watching.
You're watching this. Yeah. Look, water break by looks of things.
Does this change anything in terms of Ronaldo watching this and thinking to himself?
Absolutely not. He knows how shit. He knows how shite this lot are. He's trained with them all season. He knows what they're like.
You're not gonna fool me.
He's not gonna fool me.
Has he been trained by Ten Hag yet? No,
he's not yet. No, the one thing that's kind of come out the last couple of days was Duncan Castles. I think last night put it out that they've been Ronaldo's team's been impressed with what Arnold said and how he's dealt with the transfer requests and all this kind of stuff and dealt with it very well. And I think Ten Hag's mentioned it yesterday that he spoke to him and he feels confident about it all. I'm relatively neutral about it all. The big thing for me is the case of if he goes, you've got to replace him. But I don't think he's key entirely to what we need for next season. I don't think he's not maybe the profile of player that Ten Hag would sign straight away. So I'm not too worried about that. But I do think that you can't just let 30 goals go out the door and not replace him. A player like Cristiano Ronaldo, you can't just not replace him. So I think that's the big thing. Kicked off again.
Did a little water break.
Bit of a water break.
We should have had a water break.
We can't do that. We're not running around in 27-degree heat.
I was yesterday.
Were you?
Played footy yesterday.
Did you?
I've got the scars to prove it. Can you see?
No. You didn't even lift your leg.
I've got a scar on my leg.
Did you? Where did you?
Scars to prove it. Can you see that there?
Oh, you slid in.
A little bit of a burn.
See it, but
A little bit of a burn. Oh, go on. Here we go. Let's get 3. Just shoot, Marshall. Shoot.
Go on, Tony.
Oh!
3-0. Yes.
Love that.
Listen.
I'm not saying we're going to win the lot, but
Go on, lad, give
we
it
are
to the Liverpool
3-0
fans. Look at the United fans there. Give it to them.
This is a bit mad, isn't it?
I'll tell you what, you can say what you want, but it's still Martial going 1-1 against Alisson.
Yeah. I think that this
is still, you go. Oh,
look, this isn't they've made mistakes. They've made a few changes. I think that Simicast come on, Curtis Jones. I think Liverpool made some changes, and they haven't, settled in. Martial with a good finish.
We are off our heads.
Martial FC
is how easy
well.
We can get so excited. Oh,
wow.
Just a fun game, isn't it?
It's all fun. The lucky shuttlecock.
Composure.
All 3 goals. Skywalker SG
Honestly,
says all 3
Martial's
goals.
been really good this game. Like, besides that goal, keeping the ball close to him.
You hope his motivation and his drive can continue every game of the season if we're going to stick around with him.
Yeah.
There's no point getting him excited when we go away and then he comes back and can't pull it out against Crystal Palace away or whatever. We need to make, Ten Hag needs to know.
United are up for this here. They are.
Yeah. God knows. We might be seeing a...
Liverpool have made some changes. It looks like they've kept the team. There hasn't been anything that United have changed just yet, but...
I just hope that if this is the team that does it in pre-season, I'm not saying as the whole 11, but the attacking line, that when Ronaldo comes in, it's not like a guarantee of your current team. If this what works better,
I don't think Ten Hag would let that happen either.
You need different styles.
You need different styles. You need different options, but you need a team that's working. You need a team that's functional. Who's that down there? Scott McTominay's just leathered someone in the back of the head by the looks of it there.
And I said it yesterday as well. Bruno Martial. I think there's a balance there.
James Milner.
How's he still playing?
Oh, good lad, Scott.
It's all right. Let bygones be bygones. That's what I say.
That wasn't a pre-season challenge there, was it? That wasn't a don't worry about it one. 3-0 United, eh? Who'd have thunk it? Confident. Ball over.
Yeah, I'm confident. Yeah, I'm just having a look.
Win the league.
I'd say 21 is coming, but I've seen Van Gaal's pre-season. Sing on Super Chat there. 21 is coming.
You can't get too excited, but you can. You can say this better.
I'll tell you what you can say is that there's a little bit more teamwork. There's a little bit more individual brilliance. There's a little bit more of us going into the next.
Just go if you need.
Going into the next season, looking more like a team.
Just give me just me and you, Joe, for a bit.
4.
Yeah, I'm abandoning
We've been abandoned. Bit of a water break there for Abdul, but 3-0 up.
Come on, get in there.
Let's get Andy Tate in for whilst we get in. Let's get Andy Tate in whilst we're having a chat.
Okay, what are we thinking? You might get 4
Hang on.
Oh, he's at the post. What a shot there.
Andy Tate, what have you made so far of that?
Up from the score, it's a bit therapeutic from last season, but it's going forward, we're looking all right, aren't we?
Looking all right. Josh with a super chat wants to remind us, wants to tell us that Nani has signed for Melbourne Victory.
Ooh,
and we're playing for Melbourne, playing against Melbourne.
Is that
Victory,
on Friday?
That's Friday.
That's the Friday game.
Yeah.
So
Get Nani
11 o'clock in the morning.
11 o'clock in the morning. Big ask for Nani to be featuring that game, but it wouldn't surprise me if they get that one through to kind of
How old is Nani now?
30
39?
odd? No, I don't think he's that old. He's younger than Ronaldo, isn't he? So he must
35.
35. A couple of years younger than Ronaldo, isn't he? So Klopp can't be happy about this. I mean, I know that it's only pre-season and stuff, but you don't want to get battered 3-0.
Yeah, but that's the thing. You just don't know what's going to come in the next.
I want more, mate. I seriously want more, but it's, I'd say the midfield and the defence, it still lives up to its reputation.
Yeah, I don't think we're not over.
But let's say going forward, Sancho, Rashford, Martial, Bruno.
Looking good, don't he?
Looking good.
How's your pre-season bit, Andrew?
Pre-season? I went to Cyprus.
Nice. Have a good time?
Yeah, good time. It's all right. Enjoyed it.
What do you do in Cyprus? Do you are you kind of pool man, beach man?
Pool and beach.
And beach.
Nice,
Like Usher says, let it burn, I burned.
Well, ooh, that'll play. I'm not
good
a big
food
beach.
over there.
I'm not a big fan of
Cyprus.
Oh, yeah, it's lovely.
What did you eat? What'd you have?
Local cuisine, and
Yeah.
moussaka and all that.
I like
yeah.
moussaka. We'll link with him.
I ate a lot of rice.
Yeah, but they do rice good over there.
Yeah.
It's like
Cypriot dishes are nice.
Ah, delicious. What's your chippy drink, Andy? Tom says
Yeah,
it.
go on. We've gone that. What's your? You went tango before, didn't
Tango, yeah.
Tango's nice, you know. Is it better than Fanta though?
Fanta,
Which one would you go for, Fanta or Tango?
Fanta fruit twist.
I think tango.
Kinky.
If you're going orange, I think tango.
You seen they're getting Fanta peach now over here now, but it's £2 for a can of Fanta peach. Fanta berry. This is the American market coming over here. Who pays £2 for a can? You can go home bargains and get
that sugar tax, isn't it?
Sugar tax.
Yeah.
No, it's a Boris tax.
Yeah. We've got what did I have? I had Fanta strawberry and lime yesterday.
Jesus,
It was
how many different flavours.
I remember in
not-
Greece
I wouldn't again.
a couple of years ago, and I went Fanta watermelon. It's absolutely gorgeous.
Was it?
Yeah, I know you're not supposed to take anything back home, but I smuggled a
Took
bottle.
some.
Get it
I
back.
took a bottle home,
Had to do it.
2 litre bottle, and put it in my luggage. I had to, even though it's compressed in it, and you can't do it. But
Love
Liverpool have made a few changes.
that. Brian M says, "Is it 10-0 Hague?" Hey.
Don't let James Milner score. So it looks like Curtis Jones come on there, Matip, Milner,
I'll be back in a
and
minute.
Timmy Cass. And we've got Andy
Yeah,
Tate. He's
yeah,
going to come
yeah.
back at half time. So we've got
Let's have
another
a wee break.
5 more minutes. Abdul's here. Abdul's back in. Look at this. Substitutions all over the place. Liverpool doing substitutions. Stretford Paddock doing
sub?
We're roll on, roll off.
Oh, I thought you meant.
No. United aren't. We're just roll on, roll off here in the studio. What are the comments saying,
Comments,
Mr. Joe
just loving
McGrath?
it. Just loving Andy. Can't we see him at half time? Another one. Rio is my drink of choice. That's a great shout. Someone mentioned that they wanted to see a bit more of a stronger team. This is from Mark Jackson. It's a shame Klopp put out a weak team, gives them an excuse if they lose, and doesn't give much of an idea if we need improving or not. It does make sense.
Yeah, I think the games next week might show us a little bit more.
Casper
bullying Docs. Has he got it?
Casper MUFC sings "You'll never sing that, you'll never sing that." Champions of Bangkok, you'll never sing that. That's true.
Do you know what? For as much as I want to win this, I don't want to lift that trophy. I don't want.
I don't know if they'll do a lift. Would they?
Of course they will.
George, think they just be presented it? Go well done.
I kind of. Can they not just share it? Because to be honest, I don't want that. Because that picture's just going to go all over the place, going, "This is the best you've had to win a trophy," and all this kind of nonsense.
Yeah,
first
but let
trophy
them come for us.
No, but
care.
I don't. Ooh.
We're just losing a sense of our
Liverpool
our control on the ball.
Yeah, Liverpool have brought a few players in and have.
It's fallen off a tiny bit.
Oh, have they already made changes? Yeah,
they made a few changes. So Milner's come on, Simicast's come on.
Top.
Yeah, Alisson's up top. We've also seen Matip's on at centre half.
Klopp's come on himself.
Yeah, Klopp's playing.
They've agreed. Ten Hag and Klopp agreed they'll play the last 5 minutes.
Imagine if they did that.
I'd love that.
Do you remember when Bartes come on and played outfield for a bit in pre-season?
Yeah, mad. David James as well up top for City.
That was in a proper game.
That was in the last game of the season.
Stuart Pearce, they needed a goal. Tell you what we'll do. We'll put David James up top.
Varane's been good.
Yeah,
Varane's just gone down on his leg, which is always a worry with Varane. Varane's going to be important for us.
Oh, come on.
No.
Varane really holding his leg there.
He's got skinny legs for a big man, innit?
Doesn't look too bad, that,
No,
surely.
maybe just needed a break there.
Yeah, it must be very humid over there at the minute. Looking at a nice 84, 85 degrees humidity.
Don't be injured.
It's mad that they know that,
It's
isn't it?
all right. What's that?
It's mad that they know.
You've seen the thing they do with it? It's like straight like this. They hold it up like that. And they collect
They
the
hold
humidity.
my shuttlecock up.
No, there's something like this.
Right.
They hold it up and it like fills up with humidity and it kind of measures it on there.
Genie.
Yeah.
I always find it mad that the Google traffic knows as Google Maps knows as traffic.
What do you mean?
Like, who's watching?
They're not.
Who's watching every road?
It's
in
not.
The
Do you know what they do? People with Google on, they go, he's gone slow through there, so we'll put a yellow line.
But
if like 3 or 4 cars
does that, who bothers? Because anyone who I get in a car with doesn't do that. So
yeah,
who's doing that?
Yeah, but you've
So
always
who-
you've got
who
it
does
turned on in
that?
the background of your apps and stuff.
Oh, as in like I
Yeah.
thought people would have to press it.
No,
and
I
say,
think
like,
what they do is
do you know
no.
like on Waze how it says there's like a camera?
No, I think what they
So
do
it says
is
there's a camera.
people have like their apps on in the background and they go, oh, that person's gone through that bit of traffic slow. They can text.
Oh, right.
Because they know when you're in the car and stuff when they start moving and things.
Right.
It's weird.
McTominay and Milner going at it again.
I like it.
I think it's 1-1 now.
Yeah. He's definitely going
1-1.
back there.
Milner giving one back.
I reckon we get one more here.
I'd love that.
Four
It's a
would
good
be
ball,
nice.
that, Varane.
Someone's got.
He's offside. Well done. How can you be offside? That's just stupid, that. Being offside from a dead ball when you're looking down the line is just stupid. 4 minutes left.
I'm not completely convinced that's what they did. Like, do you not think like
You still going on about this?
just mad in it when they just know that there's a bit of traffic coming up?
No, but they measure everyone's phone going
But
through.
they're
It's
never
not-
wrong.
No, I know, because everyone's got Google Maps on the phone.
So if you're in a car of like 4 or
Right.
5,
Hang on. We'll
Keep getting done
come
on
back
that
to
one.
this.
point, I'm not going to say it.
That was actually very good defending.
Go
Yeah.
on. Go on.
No,
go on, make
I
it.
don't like it.
Outstanding.
I don't like saying it.
You were saying something ridiculous, weren't
Yeah.
you? You were saying
I don't know.
United 3-0 up against Liverpool, coming up to half time. Looks like every sub is there warming up for United, so I would expect the 11 changes. See a few different players on. Maybe a debut from Malacia.
Be nice to see some debuts. It's a great atmosphere in there. Big game.
Teeth Chong on the bench. Did you think
4-0
you'd see
as well,
him?
so there's a lot of bit more freedom.
I really want to
3-0.
see Ahmad, you know.
So do
That's
I.
someone I'm excited to see.
He did get absolutely bullied in Scotland.
To be fair, there was a middle period, like the start was good, like the first couple of games. And
that
then,
Old Firm,
yeah,
he got hooked at half time, didn't he? He got battered in
But
that.
then
I have some
the
Celtic
end of
fan
the
mates
season-
when he was shocking.
Then the end of the season, I think he was good. Like the last couple of games where I think it was leading up to the Europa.
Yeah.
Like he was actually all right in those games, but he
Because
needed
couldn't
that.
play, could he not? He couldn't play in the Europa, could he? Because did he play for United or did he play in the Europa?
No, he
League?
could. He was just on the bench. Like they won't.
It's a bit of a worry for me that he didn't get more time there. It's just, again, some of our loans have been mad. The Ghana one worked where he played a lot of games.
Championship is always best loan, always best.
But
it's always proven to be the
fact that
best.
some of these players have gone on loan and just not been played. Tuanzebe to Napoli, like
that was a very weird one.
there was an odd one that you were never going to get a game there. They were pretty comfortable centre half. You need to give them games. They've been better going to somewhere, whether a different league or whatever, where at least they know they're going to get games. Look, United it's gone a bit quiet now, hasn't it? There's not been too many clear-cut chances the last 10 minutes or so.
I think it's just been a shaky last 10 minutes because of the
Substitute.
different subs. It's rocked the game a little bit. I think we're expecting a nice, strong second half, I'd say. Be interested to see what Ten Hag does do.
See if United can keep.
Good Ed.
Again, I think this first half, they're looking, can we keep a clean sheet, this back four? It's a bit of luck involved because there's the open net miss that Diaz had.
Been some good bits of defending.
But there's been some better bits of defending.
That's Bruno, man. That's where Bruno needs to be better.
Yeah, just there's positions where you just can't give the ball away. Dalot done well there. Look, Dalot's position is the big question for me. If he can improve on that, and again, you mentioned it is coaching. If you can really coach that into him, get his positioning right, I think he's got the technical ability to be a good player. I think his positioning and decision making.
I've seen that process with Matt Sarawi. Like I've seen him really elevate his game in 2-3 years. I think the season where they went far in the Champions League, he wasn't really one of their standout players, but then he just grew as a player, and I think he just
6 minutes at a time
picked up on what Ten Hag wants, man. Was that Bruno?
There's a little bit of complacency.
No, it wasn't. It was Martial that tried the chip. Or Martial or... Our stream's gone a bit dodgy. We don't know whether it's Martial tried that little chip over the top and it just could have done with just holding on to the ball there for a minute. 2 minutes added time, so about a minute and a half left for United until half-time. Right, let's get into it. Who's been your man of the match the first half? Start with Joe McGrath.
Well, there's only one name, I think. You've got to look at Sancho. His confidence on the ball. The fact that he looks alive, his feet look so quick, and he looks like he's having a bit of fun. Obviously, it's going against you'd say a slightly weaker Liverpool defence, but I think he's having fun, and I think he's dictating the play, and I think his freedom and his creativity scared Liverpool a bit.
Dalot, very, very good there. That's the thing that I was speaking about, with like how aggressive he can get. Someone's got to run. Someone's got to run. Someone's got to run there.
But yeah, I'd go with Sancho.
Abdul, who's been your man of the match in the first half?
I would say Sancho, but I'm going to give it Martial just because, like, obviously what's happened with him with the loan at Sevilla to come into this game. There's been a couple of duels, I think, with the defenders where he's actually won it and come out on top against Gomez and he's won the challenges, then put the ball down. There was a flick as well before the goal for Fred. Then the goal took that brilliantly. It's just been good to see him, playing that sort of what we spoke about yesterday, what we wanted to see, playing neat, playing tight, and being able to keep the ball under control and bring other players into play. And he's shown bits of that. So, yeah, I'll give it to Martial.
For me, it's between Martial. Mate, I think Bruno's been good. I think you've seen Bruno doing what Bruno does well. A bit sloppy, like we've said. But, again, when he's in that position where he can be a bit more, higher up the pitch, and it's not him having to dictate play. He can allow that. But that is half-time.
You could tell the players are burnt out. Yeah. Because even in that attack, no one was bothering making a run.
It was a big run out for them there.
84%.
Probably would change it up.
Do you want to take this laptop?
I'll take this for a second.
Andy Tate's going to come for 15 minutes in the second half. We'll be back here. So Andy Tate, come and take a seat, my friend.
Yeah, we're going to have a quick swap out, quick substitution. Joe McGrath's going to whatever he's going to do. Go and have a wee. And he will be back. But we've got Andy Tate here. 3-0 half-time. We've got Abdul and Joe's man of the first half. No substitutions yet for United. Who's your man of the first half? Let's go with that. Who do you think performed best?
Sancho.
Sancho,
Martial, look lively.
Yep. What have you made of? Again, you mentioned this briefly when you came on before, but the attacking play has been very good for Manchester United. What have you made of that? Have you seen a big difference compared to the end of last season?
Oh yeah, very promising. Because there was nothing there last season. There was nothing from the middle. There was going to the front, and They say that you start from the front, you start from the back to go through to the front.
Yeah.
And we're never doing that last year
No.
in any games.
No. You did mention when you came on before that back four, then the midfield is a little bit shaky still. Do you think that's where we need to strengthen, and that's where we're going to strengthen? Are you hoping that we see that in the coming weeks? And do you think that the players that have been out there today, do you see them starting at all at the start of next season? Do you think any of them retain their place even with signings?
We need signings because you can't go into a league campaign with that midfield, with that back four. So I say, if we get Martinez across the line, they're so proper. That is De Jong that sits to the back teeth of it. Either sort it or sod off. Mm-hmm. So look at alternatives. I mean, you got the Wolves lad.
Yeah, Ruben Neves.
I'd take him for half the price, but we could end up paying. I think
it still could be 50 million quid for Ruben Neves, but I kind of agree. I think that the stuff from yesterday seemed to be that they've gone over to Barcelona to kind of say, right, by Friday we need to know that this is, we're either signing him or he's not, and I think that's the kind of line. If not, we're gonna have to move on to other signings. But mention there, let's go through the 3 goals and kind of what happened. The first goal, Jadon Sancho started off on that left hand side. Amazing little bit of skill going past the player, and then it ended up a few deflections, a few different bits of luck.
Pinball.
Bit of pinball, but got to Jadon Sancho. We want to see that from Jadon Sancho this season, don't we, Andy?
Yeah, I want to see, because he started so well at the start of the season, and he just faltered off. And it's promising to see. There's a lot of interlink between Rashford, Sancho, and Martial.
Yeah.
And it's good. It was a good goal.
Yeah, really good goal.
Even Fred, the 2 goals, like I say, bit comical, but Fred's chip, it was lovely to see.
Yeah, it really was. It really was good to see. We go on to that goal there where a few passes through the middle. Bruno tried one that didn't quite come off, and then it fell to Fred, who's chipped it over Alisson. What do you make it? Let's go into Fred a little bit. Do you think that Fred is look, McTominay and Fred, everyone has said how poor they are, and maybe those 2 together. Do you think that we're going to see one of those 2 play a lot next season? Do you think it's going to be McTominay or Fred that kind of keeps his place? Do you think that you're going to see a lot of games from them, or
Fred more?
Fred more, do you reckon?
Because McTominay, I'm just not interested in him.
No.
I'm going to say that it's a lot of players think he's still in with the fans.
Yeah.
There's a lot of redemption and sucking up to do.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, because I'm still not happy with Maguire, but we deal with it and we carry on.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of making up to be done. You don't just wash it up, put it under the carpet, flush it away. It's results will tell us what if we love them.
Yeah, exactly. And then the final goal we had, Anthony Martial, a little bit of a mistake up the right hand side. Martial then breaking through and chipping the keeper. Martial coming back in. There's all the talk about Cristiano Ronaldo this season. Do you think Martial's got a chance at leading the line for United next season?
I seen a picture yesterday of Ten Hag with his arm coming out of the hotel with with Martial, Ten Hag, and he's like talking in his ears. You know what I mean? Like talking to players, and I'm sure Ten Hag would have looked at Martial. Oh, what I say when he took over at Ajax, monitored him.
Yeah.
You say potential players, let's say he could transfer somewhere, but now he's got him.
Yeah.
So I'm sure, let's say, a potential big transfer fee. We want that Martial back from 2021, don't we?
Yeah, of course we do.
So that's what we want. 21 goals, feeling it. So let's say if you give him love, it works.
Yeah.
It works.
Definitely. There's nearly 5,000 of you guys watching, so please give the video a like. Can we get to? Let's go for 2,500. We need 800 likes off what we've got.
Yeah, please like the video.
Let's like the video. Let's get more likes in this video. They're going through the goals now. Seeing the Sancho goal, a little bit of bad defending, but a great finish from Jadon Sancho. Because look, we can question all the things like the Liverpool team, maybe not the first choice in terms of centre halves and stuff. We've still got Alisson in goal, and we still put 3 past him.
Yeah,
so
he will not like this.
He will not like that.
He will not like that at all.
Abdul, what do you make of that first goal? Go into that.
That's his standard Sancho finishing it, that we've seen in Borussia Dortmund.
Yeah.
I think obviously I said this before the game that Sancho is someone who is a wide player, but finds himself central a lot. A lot of his goals when I was watching him at Dortmund would come in that area, like the ball would ricochet back out, exactly in that sort of situation, and he'd pounce on it. So he's got that goal scoring ability about him, Sancho. He's a bit lively, and I think, again, the moment that probably the only moment he really drifted to the left, he was effective there in a goal scoring position.
He skipped past that lad on the left hand side and
then I think
created the goal.
Again, like we're watching the second goal here. You see him in a central area, and then obviously it bounces back to Fred. But it's been good from Sancho, to be honest. He looks quite comfortable coming across the attacking line. It's allowing Bruno there again. Just same run.
On that attack, I thought he should have played it to Delo.
Yeah.
But obviously we didn't need to.
I think that's the thing. I think that playing through the middle, creating that space with the fullbacks, but you've still got the option of creating through the middle. Them runs, we want to see more of that. You've seen bits of it, but you've mentioned a couple of times in the first half, when one's gone, you need that second run in as well.
Yeah, that's been a bit slow. I think that's where Donny, when I'm watching Ajax, whenever they're in those areas with Ten Hag, there's always something happening, and that's why it was quite disappointing in those times where we could have got 4 or 5 because there was a couple of runs that weren't happening. And I think that's where Donny could fit in. Like if Donny gets a couple of minutes here and there, when obviously Bruno's getting a rest or whatever, he'd fit in quite well. This was brilliant.
The Martial goal, watching it, he's breaking through, and it's just. I think this was, again, they just made some substitutions. Liverpool, I think they were a bit all over the place. Martial, but again,
did very well there.
The confidence of him, look, it's only pre-season, but at the same time, when you've not scored a lot of goals,
reminds me of a goal against Norwich. He did that.
Yeah, he loves that little chip finish, doesn't he? He does love that one. And again, there's so many people say, "Oh, you've slated Martial, you've slated these players." One thing we want to see is them back and scoring goals.
That was physical, touch tight control, and a good finish.
But the thing is about
what he showed a couple of seasons
last season. It's the truth hurts. They didn't want to hear it. That's what it is. The truth hurts.
No, and they were.
And hopefully now, like I say, they're doing. It's promising this first half. So let's say just play the game up your ideas, and we won't get on your case.
I think the run of games, obviously, Liverpool's the hardest in pre-season. Yeah. So I think it's huge if we actually go this pre-season winning these games. Like you still got Atletico Madrid.
I know.
I think it really makes a difference, man.
It helps you get your campaign off because a couple of years ago we beat Liverpool, didn't we? We won the Audi Cup. We were going to win the league with Louis van Gaal.
But we did a lot better than them that season as well.
What's happened last season, I think you're right, Abdul. We need a good. We need
that winning mentality. I think you want to go into the season. I think you know what, that winning feeling we've not had consistently. We've got now. And the team's
I can't remember that. Our last win was Norwich, wasn't it? Something like that.
It's horrible, man.
So
these players need it.
A few people waiting to see. Let's see Malacia and Laird. Who's everyone excited? Andy, who are you excited to see in the second half? We're expecting 11.
Is Donny on the bench?
Donny van der Beek is on the bench. The only players off that are on the bench we've got are Maguire's injured, and it looks like James Garner isn't there as well. Who do you want to see in this second half? Who are you excited to see? I'm excited to see Laird, Donny van der Beek and Malacia. I want to see them three.
I want to see Malacia and I want to see Donnell. Who's the reserve keeper?
Tom Heaton, maybe he'll come on again. Big question mark over the keepers.
I think of it as it's Heat as well as it plays a part because Liverpool are going to
keep running.
Salah's going to come in, Fabinho and all that. So it's going to be a strong Liverpool side.
A few people asking about James Garner. I think he's unavailable. He's got a knock, so he's not going to be playing today. Was he? I think he was in training yesterday, but I don't think. I think we can see
double switches for fullbacks because you got Tellez and you got. Say obviously if Wan-Bissaka and Malacia come on, you're gonna
Maguire
have
was training on his own, wasn't he?
Yeah, Maguire. I think
a couple of the players were training on their own because they're getting them back up to speed.
Because there's a few of them just coming back in at different times. Do you know what's strange to me? I've seen City only came back playing. City only came back to training yesterday.
This was nice.
Whereas our lads have been back for 2 weeks, which seems a bit mad.
He demanded it though, didn't he?
Yeah. He needed him back.
I think I missed this.
This is what I mean. This is what you need.
Great.
Even my dad enjoyed that. You're in 2 weeks early. I'm not having it.
This little move here is something I always spoke about. That Hakimi and Sancho built that connection. On the right at Dortmund, and I always thought Delo's got that mindset of getting into that area because against Arsenal away last season when we lost. He was doing that.
And you mentioned as well that you mentioned Ten Hag. This is something that Ten Hag quite likes, that fullback driving from the inside with your winger as Sancho being dead. Do you think we'll see a lot more of that, especially with, you mentioned Malacia there. Do you think we'll see more of that from our fullbacks this year? Getting in that inside channel and creating chances.
I think what I expect from Malacia and Luke Shaw is to be more of, because I think when I've watched Ten Hag and I've broken down the way the fullbacks play, one of the fullbacks would usually come inside and operate more as a midfielder and into that central zone. I think we've seen that a bit from Luke Shaw, while the other fullback would be more like getting into the area, getting into almost goal-scoring positions, as we've seen with Delo. Matsurawi last season, he'd give the ball a go. Sometimes you just find him in a number 9 position and he's a right back.
Yeah.
But as a modern side, you need to have the options. You need people getting into the area, people wanting to score goals. From what I've watched from Malacia, I expect him to be more on the deeper side of the pitch, winning the ball and then sort of like joining the midfield. I think Daley Blind did that for Ajax last season and did it very well, whilst Matsurawi was the one playing Diogo Dalot's role today. So yeah, it's interesting to see what he does with the fullbacks, to be honest.
It is interesting. Let's have a look at some of your comments. Good start for United without the new signing, which is good. What else have we got in here? Jog Benito saying inverted fullbacks. I think it's kind of, it's not quite the Pep thing of both going into midfield. I think it's more of the balance of one staying in midfield and one kind of pushing forward as almost another winger. Someone mentioning, look at Liverpool subs, they're going to bring on Van Dijk, they've got Núñez, they've got Trent, they've got Salah to bring on. So it could be a very, very different second half in terms of the teams they've got. People saying they don't know about Ghana yet. Obviously, Ghana not playing today. A few people asking to see the young lads as well. Savage, Zidane, Iqbal and Mejbri. Again, kind of forgotten about. I think we've kind of mentioned these players as the backups here, there and everywhere, but we've still got the young lads coming through and hopefully...
I think one thing I don't want to see is, which I've seen the last couple of seasons, is changing the dynamic of the side on profiles. So I wouldn't play like Mejbri, Iqbal as like wide attacking midfielders. Like I would keep like, for example, the similar profiles. I'd bring on Ahmad and I'd bring on Alanga for like Sancho and Rashford to keep up proper wingers and have a style that doesn't change.
Second half, Ahmad in the second half.
Ahmad definitely.
Yeah, because he's potential, but why pay 40 million if you're not going to use him?
You got to see what he can do. He's a good player.
Someone's asked, is any reason Mengi isn't on the bench? Did Mengi travel with the squad?
Mengi
didn't. I'm not sure Mengi travelled. Big question over Mengi, whether he goes out again on loan or is sold.
Should be travelling over there, or is it?
I don't know.
Is it worth all that travelling? You get an injury.
This is the big question. I think that even if we get some signs over the line, it's whether or not we get those players
obviously
over there.
He could play in like Oslo.
We've got Oslo. We've got those 2 games
Real
back to back.
As well.
So we've got again the ridiculousness of playing Atletico Madrid on the Saturday. And then
Vallecano on the Sunday.
I think the 23s play Altrincham on the Saturday
I'm
as well.
going to that with me old
You're going to the old that
I'm going to the Alter and I'm going to Real Vallecano.
It's good that though. We've got 2 squads, so
that's it.
It's
I think
like a training session.
Yeah, it is a training session.
2 squads, 3 games.
Yeah. I'll be at the Atletico game. Myself and Jay Mott.
Is that Oslo, yeah?
In Oslo.
Living a life you like, aren't you?
I'm not in Thailand.
I messaged Jay and I didn't realise it was middle at night. He was laughing his head off. Using a Stanley knife for Manscaped instead of Manscaped. I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, Jay, obviously the lads are over there. So they'll be bringing you updates in the second half or towards the end. Make sure you're checking our socials. There's some pictures and videos from live inside the stadium.
Can't believe I done missed a bleeding press conference.
Oh, it's him stuck in traffic. I was worried. They put a story up saying the traffic is chaos about an hour before the team got released. I was worried that they weren't going to get to the game. I'm glad they're there, but they're all outside in the game there, all of us, all the lads. So wait and see. I don't know whether they're going to just do a standard 15-minute second half time, or they might give a little bit longer with it being pre-season. They might give it 20, 25 minutes, and that'll be a bit different. Let's have a look. A few more of your comments. Needs to see highlights of the goals. Well, we can't be showing them here, so we have to look elsewhere. Lissandro Martinez to United. I do think that one is one that we're going to be looking at. The big question is whether he's going to be playing as a midfielder or as a as a centre half for United. That'll be yet to be seen. People saying, please bring on Donny van der Beek. I've covered so many of these games at half time, and we always asked for Donny van der Beek. We have seen some players come back out. We've already seen Malacia is there, Ahmad is there. Number 16.
Maybe it's just for pre-season.
Maybe Alanga as well. Whoa. So we will wait and see to see. I'm expecting 11 changes, or at least 10 changes to Manchester United. Let's see if we can see a few of them. Definitely see Malacia there. Does that tell us at centre half there? Or am I dreaming? That is Tellez at centre back, alongside what looks to be Erik Bailly, Aaron Wan-Bissaka there at right back. Try and make sense of who else we've got for Manchester United.
Swap on the back.
Donny van der Beek, I can see there towards there. Ahmad as well. I'm trying to look at, is that Zidane Iqbal in midfield? It looks like it to me. It might be Charlie Savage as well. I think he's done a full 11 changes. So we will have a look at that. Hopefully we'll get some more of the 11s and what we're going to see. That does look like Charlie Savage on the ball there. Tellez there at left centre half, which will be interesting this second half. Ahmad there. Ahmad looking to be playing maybe even the false 9, to be honest, for United, and playing up top.
Be interesting, Ahmad, because Ahmad's in that ilk of like, not exactly like Tadic, but
yeah,
like
he kind of drifts around
maybe
there.
Wants him, drifts across the front line, so maybe wants to get him into that role.
So we will have a look and try and get you an exact thing. It's Hannibal Mejbri there in midfield by the looks of it as well.
Remember,
or is that Zidane?
Last time we Hannibal was at Anfield,
bang people. But no, it looks like 11 changes. We're going to wait and see exactly who's going to be there. De Gea actually staying on in goal, which is a bit of an odd one, not changing the goalkeeper and not bringing Tom Heaton in. But we'll try and get you a full 11 very, 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 very quickly to figure out exactly who is playing where. Let's have a look. Anyway, right. Second half is on. We're going to have Joe McGrath joining us back very, very shortly, wherever he is.
All right, he's here.
Joe McGrath is back. So Joe McGrath is going to come back in.
I'm going to jump out for a second.
Abdul's going to jump back out for a second. We're going to do a bit of... Andy Tate's going to go there. All rotations. Because I've got that, don't worry, Ethan. Yes, it's just me. It's just me on my own.
It's not heating it. It's nice and cool.
It is
nice and cool,
nice and cool.
How are we all? We all right?
We're all good.
I might just give this guy a face.
You putting a face
I
on?
found the stickers. Got to go green, haven't we?
Don't worry, Ethan. I can see it.
Why? What's up? What's he from worrying
about? We've got the starting 11 for the second half here. So we've got David De Gea in goal, Wan-Bissaka, Bailly, Tellez and Malacia, Charlie Savage, Zidane Iqbal and Van der Beek in the midfield. You've got then Pellistri, Ahmad and Ilanga. So 10 changes. The only change we haven't seen is with the goalkeeper.
And has Liverpool done the exact same?
I've not seen that, actually. We don't know about the Liverpool team. We'll get that to you very, very shortly with the Liverpool team. So let's have a look.
This is their moment, isn't it? You know,
this is their moment.
It's pre-season, and we'll slag off pre-season, but it's essentially you're going against a rival in a packed stadium. You know, you want to show what you can do.
It's a bit mad though.
The world's media's on it because it's United's first game in with Ten Hag in charge. So yeah.
Tell us at centre back.
Some United fans will get gassed on this.
Yeah, and go mad.
Not you though, Andy.
No.
Keep it nice.
9-0 aggregate. It still is.
Yeah.
So
we need a 9-0.
And I hope the players don't forget that.
If we won 9-0 today, would that make up for it in any slightest way?
No.
I'd rather win the league match.
Yeah. We've got Liverpool really early doors, haven't we? Mm-hmm. 3 games in.
3 games in.
I'm still waiting on tickets. I'm still waiting. I'll put in a ballot. I'm still waiting.
Why have you put the face there?
Because I tried to stick it on the actual, what you call the shaft of the shuttlecock, but it didn't stick. It's got maybe it's got non-stick material on it.
Right.
Really nice play.
Really nice play.
Bit too much of a touch there. You could try and stick it on.
I can try. Someone saying that Erik demonstrating the need for a left-footed centre-back. I'm guessing that means with Tellez playing at left-back, centre-half.
Yeah.
No, you're right. It is
sticky, innit?
It's non-stick.
I should call it.
I reckon
I've got a real craving for some Monster Munch.
Where's Darwin Núñez? Is he in the squad? Or is not
I think he's in the squad, but I do think he hobbled off yesterday, so I'm not sure.
Yesterday.
I've got it.
I
managed to get in there. Just about.
Yeah, but it'll fall off that during the season. Think about it, Alex. Come on.
Horizon saying, imagine the scenes if Tellez became a solid left centre-back for us.
It would be big scenes.
It would be big scenes because it's definitely not going to happen. Let's just be deadly serious. There is no chance. Look at where he is there. Lost. Don't boo me.
We should have this a review.
Yeah. All sorts, mate. We've got loads going on.
Loads going on. So we're going to have myself and Joe McGrath on the live review after the game. We're going to have me and Stephen Howson will be here after the game. Me and Andy Tate are going to give our thoughts after the game as well. So we're going to do all.
You're busy by you.
But I'm just.
I'm
holding down the fort.
I hope you're eating healthy on this today.
Just about, mate. I've had an absolute mad day, but we're okay. We're here.
He's been kicked out of his house.
I texted you by mistake, and I apologise for that.
Told me about his washing and everything.
We're washing on the line.
What did he say?
Washing's on the line, resting the dryer. There we go.
Hey, it could have been worse than that.
It could have been worse.
Yeah.
Have you seen? Andy's going to drop out. We're going to have Abdul back in. We'll see Andy after the game. Let's have a look what else there.
That's so funny, that Andy. Texting Alex by mistake.
The worst, have you seen people when they drop it into a group chat when they should be for the...
Oh.
That's one of my favourite things. And they try and delete it quickly, but it's never there. It's never happening. Right, let's have a look. I'm going to give back the power of the comments over to the comments over here.
Oh,
Abdul.
Just a lot of people call me sexy. That's awkward,
Abdul,
isn't it?
Alex Tellez, left centre half. Thoughts?
Could it be?
No, it could. No, I'm going to stop you there. It can't happen.
No. It's not. Don't worry, it's not happening. I don't want it to happen. Is it just like because Martinez left-footed plays on that side? He just wants players to adjust to it. Or there's no options with. Is it Axel's?
I'm not sure. I didn't see Axel on the list of substitutes.
I think Axel was the one that. I'm not sure. He was one of the ones training away, so I'm not sure if he's not in the squad as well.
Are you happy, though, with that front three? You mentioned there about not changing the dynamics too much. Elanga kind of replacing Rashford. I think that's a straight swap, very similar direct players. Ahmad and Martial, do you think that's a bit of a difference? I think Ahmad's going to be... He's not maybe got the pace, the same kind of pace that Martial's got. He is someone that wants the ball even more than Martial does.
Bailly did really
and then Pellistri.
Yeah.
I like that.
Eric Bailly.
It's good.
What's your thoughts on him as well?
Well, I think Ten Hag just wants to see every single player he can, see how they cope under his tactics, see what they're like, and Eric Bailly deserves that chance more than any.
Big challenge for Iqbal and Savic playing deep.
Yeah, man. That's a lot of
pressure.
There is
a lot, isn't it?
There you go. You've got...
Again, it says a lot about
Liverpool there. Nearly won all four, didn't. They only won the two little cups.
Bailly and Tellez is pure class, in my opinion. That's what Tyler says. It's going to be chaotic, isn't it? Really, it's going to be chaotic.
Yeah.
Will we hold on to this lead? I mean, you think that maybe Liverpool switch things around, will go for the win?
Tellez though.
Tellez there. It's going to be at some point. Salah's going to come on up against Malacia and Alex Tellez. That's a big ask for them too, isn't it?
I reckon we'll see it out. We'll be all right.
Do you think?
As in, see out the win or see out a clean sheet? Nearly jinxed that there, didn't we?
Clean sheet.
Nearly jinxed that there.
I'm being positive. It's going to be 4-0. Somehow we're going to do it with Zidane Iqbal.
What do you mean?
Who else have we got on the bench left?
Because he's on his day, but again, this day is very, very rare. One of our best centre-backs, if not our best centre-back. But that day never happens because he's always injured. And also, he's the only man I can just sometimes... Even when he's calm, I don't think anybody else is. You know, when he takes the ball out or he does a Cruyff turn in the middle of the box against Chelsea, it just... it's chaos.
It is a bit chaotic. No one seems to have a grip on him yet or get the best out of him. There must have been a reason why we bought him, though, for, 30, 40 million, whatever we spent.
But Mourinho bought him. It was years ago we got him now.
It's very odd.
Oh, Malacia getting the ball
not
away
great
there.
either.
Recovered really well. Don't dive in, lad.
Hold your ground.
Who else have we got, by the way, on the bench?
On the bench, I don't know who else we've got left.
Is that it now? Can we not make a single?
Can someone find out who else? We can make. Who else? I know Hannibal Medjbury hasn't come on yet.
Also,
Tom Heaton, no keeper change.
Very confident on the ball.
Something I thought of whilst mid-flow.
Oh, go on.
Will it go to penalties if it's a draw?
Yeah, straight to direct penalties. Can't be having that.
Can't be having that.
Not for the Bangkok Cup, whatever it's called.
Yeah, come on. It's the biggest cup of the season.
I'd rather get beat 4-3 than go to penalties.
So would I.
Not for the Bangkok Cup.
Is that what it's called? No. Who've we got on the bench? You've got all the keepers there on the bench.
They've called it the match.
Still got Medjbury,
Still got Medjbury. Can McLaren do a job? No. Ethan Laird. Garnacho.
It's a couple.
Palistri's on. Yeah, Palistri's there.
Parji Sung.
No.
He's back.
I reckon he'd still do a job.
Workhorse.
Still do a job. Still be running.
Workhorse.
I've got no idea who's playing for Liverpool either, by the way.
I'd want to see Zidane Iqbal as like the 10.
Okay.
And then maybe play Donny, like towards the end of the game, maybe Donny like Mesbury deeper. Just because obviously we've not really got the options. Maybe then stick Ethan Laird on.
I'm surprised Donny's come on and played as the further forward one with the options we've got. You know, you'd think maybe, okay, we've got the experience of it, but does that kind of...
says about him.
Sends
look at De Gea.
Oh my God, De Gea's off his line.
His box.
I've never seen that. Oh, get back in your
bed.
Well done, Malacia.
Fucking hell. He's never done steps like it.
Who's that behind the goal? Full team.
What's going on with the players warming up?
They can't be there.
It looks like they're about to get on
warm
the
up
pitch.
there.
I swear it looks like they're about to get on the pitch.
Yeah, or they're about to. It's like the last minute of a Champions League final. They're ready to celebrate.
Yeah.
Is that Liverpool players
Liverpool's
warming up?
case? No.
Quite a lot of
They
subs.
didn't celebrate. There's a lot of subs.
I reckon we'll see this out with a clean sheet. How about that?
Don't say.
Nah.
We'll score one more.
Oh, there's Jason McAteer.
I'm telling you,
I can't
mate.
stand him.
He blocked
me
Ian
on
Rush,
he
McAteer.
blocked me on Twitter.
Why?
I just gave a little dig to him because when Burnley beat him at home.
Yeah.
I just tweeted him saying, "Can't believe the best team in the world's got beat at home by Burnley." You know, because they were the best team in the world, and he just decided to block everything. I've got the Liverpool 11 here, apparently. There it is. So Liverpool 11 as it stands. Adrian Freidendorf. Have I done well with that? Yes, no?
Not a clue.
No. Williams, Matips and Chimikas.
Good head. Get out. Come on.
Bacetic, Clarkson, Jeremy, Milner. Milner, Jones, Clark and Oxlade-Chamberlain. So there's none of Liverpool's...
Great pass.
He's got him.
Love it.
He's got him. Sign him up.
Stinky pass.
Jeremy Clarkson there.
So Jeremy Clarkson giving it away there. I don't even know who it is. But none of their... no Nunez, no Salah, no Firmino, no Diaz. They're big players up front. No Thiago as well.
I got some...
Savage done well.
I got some comments. Yeah,
I like comments.
Him. Sam Shue says Donny van der Beek is a lost cause, absolutely useless. He makes Maguire look like a footballing god. Overwatch says no point reading too much into this match. We're winning 3-0, but need to get. We need to understand this is just a friendly.
You know what's mad about Donny here though? Like he's not getting the ball at all because of the quality that we've got.
Yeah, the quality behind
That's
him.
where
And
it's
also,
next game, I'd like to see him get a chance around proper quality in it.
do you think, again, yesterday you saw in training that it was, Donny van der Beek was playing in that too with Bruno ahead of them?
I think he'll play both roles.
It just
because
seems strange that he's not done that today.
Well, there's a nice cut.
I think Ten Hag
With
would
you,
expect him to
but
play
like
both.
you've said, where Zidane Iqbal maybe suits maybe in the 10 more, and him not playing there and Donny doing that. Again, does that show that that's going to be Donny van der Beek's spot? He's going to be the alternate for Bruno, or as a
I think he'll be
option?
like the option for both.
Yeah.
But then I'd like to see like Donny, Ronaldo as a central option.
2000.2.
Liam get to 2.5.
Liam Kiley says it's proper Betty Swallocks today, lads, isn't it?
Yes, very Betty.
I suppose we've got a very nicely air conditioned room.
Yeah, we are air conditioned, which is making things good. It's almost a bit cold in here now.
Savage is not the smallest of players,
Torch from Ahmad.
Left.
Come on.
Palistri.
Palistri. There was runners there.
Palistri, do you reckon chance to be first team squad this season, or is he going on loan? Sold?
Loan or sold.
You reckon?
Just because of how stacked. I won't say like, when I say stacked, like, I just mean as a starter, like, he's not going to start.
No.
But also, like, for the sake of his career. What do you do? Maybe a loan and then try to get his stocks up. Because he's done well for like Uruguay I've watched him. Like, he has done all right, but...
James Mudd says, please give my mate a shout out, Drew. Cheers, Drew.
Just Drew. All right. Was it trying to say something funny? Let's have a read. Where was it?
It says Drew Peacock.
Ah, right. Okay.
suppose in today's heat you would have.
Yeah. What?
I don't know what I said there.
No, I don't know what you said.
I'll go with shout-outs. Hammer said, when are we signing De Jong?
Friday.
Do you think it'll happen on Friday?
No, I think it's happening on Thursday.
He's toying with us here, Alex.
I think it's going to be either be before or after the game.
And what day is it going to happen?
We're not going to announce it for like 3 weeks, but
why?
We'll agree. I mean,
I think it'll all be.
Why?
Look at
3
Ericsson.
weeks?
We take ages to do this stuff, man. Look at Ericsson, bro.
Yeah, but I think the reason the Ericsson thing's happening, I think it's a case of.
Christ almighty, there's like an army of Liverpool
Liverpool
players.
Are bringing on all their good players now. Robertson, Van Dijk, Thiago.
You know what? We're still seeing it out.
And we're still seeing it out. We've got
We're not
kids.
still seeing it out
Seeing
now,
it out with a clean
surely.
sheet. With a clean sheet. How about that?
Is
Don't
it
call
not
me
a bit
Shirley.
mad how they're doing some of these? I mean, maybe they're only going to play half an hour, so it kind of makes sense to not.
Yeah,
bring
Klopp's
them on
going to
that.
say to those guys, right, listen, we're 3-0 down here. Don't leave it 3-0. Get it to 3-all or even
You're off.
win.
You're getting sacked. Oh, not the
Why?
time.
Technical gremlins, as we call it in the
gremlins.
industry.
So
Gremlins get a bad name for themselves, don't they?
you do.
Why is it the technical gremlins?
What else would it be?
Goats.
Goats.
Technical goats in the system.
Got goats in the system.
mucking up-
Chewing the
Yeah,
wires.
chewing up the wires.
Right.
Can't see it.
No.
So technical
Muppets.
Technical Muppets. Right, so I'll give you some right. No, nothing's happened yet. I don't think that corner, which we have got it paused on, has resulted in anything. So we're gonna have a look at some.
We'll go into the comments. Good time for the comments.
Horizon says Liverpool bringing in their players that they know are going to do the job, and we have Tellers as a left centre back.
We do.
That's true.
Yeah.
Sapper says all these Muppets in the chat going on about no change in what we're seeing, etc. Have they lost their minds? Get a grip.
It's been 2
FFS.
weeks lads, of the new team. Like, give it a bit of chance.
Yeah.
Let's see. Have we got this?
Here's the next
This
one.
is why we need to get these signings in, though, man. Like,
Yeah,
when you're
'cause-
making these changes, you need to be using more of
That's
like,
it, because
the
I think
guys that are going to play.
Fred and McTominay, you want one of them playing in the second half, really. You can't have, shouldn't really have both of them in the first half.
No.
But we've not got the options, especially with Garner. This isn't.
Going having a
Ideal.
little bit of technical
We've got
difficulties.
some technical difficulties.
Let us know what's happening. Actually, you don't. You'll just make it up.
Yeah. People will just make it
People are
up.
just gonna make it up. We love Azim says, "What do you think of Pogba leaving?"
Neutral.
Hooray! Neutral. Got a bit of a cheers there. You always. What was your take on the Pogba stuff?
Oh, I can't do that.
We can't have it.
I can't be on that. We can't be doing that. We can't be on around the phone. What's going on here?
Use a completely
We are
legal
having-
stream.
02 says Ten Hag
it's all
does seem
going
to have the correct mentality in everything I've seen so far. Horizon says Ronaldo came down to the game and scored a hat trick just now. Unfortunately, you missed out.
Oh, we missed it.
We missed the Ronaldo hat trick. That's
I
it.
tell you what, we've got it back on. It's
Thank
still
you very
3-0.
much. We're got it
Salah
back
has come
on.
on. Van Dijk's come on. Is that Darwin Nunes? That is
I'm
Darwin
loving
Nunes.
some of these names that people are reading. Get me to read out. Please give a shout out to.
No, don't do it. Don't.
That one's so
don't-
for it.
Let's
I've
have
never.
it.
Harry Ringlicker. I've never heard that one before.
That's not.
Go on, we need your most
It's not even
imaginative
subtle,
ones.
though, is it?
Get your imaginative ones in there.
It's not even subtle.
Harry Ringlicker. I'm going to try that one.
What? You can do what? Sorry.
Big texting stations. Zach Baxter says, can we make top 4, Alex?
Yeah, of course we can. Win the league. No, we can't. No, we can't.
Oh,
no,
he said it.
We're not going to win the league. I think top 4's.
Do you think top 4's doable?
It's doable, yeah. It is,
Get the shuttlecock.
especially if you get the signings. It's just
Definitely get the signings.
it's doable.
Depends how good Tottenham are, I think, for me. And it depends how good Chelsea are as well. Because
Chelsea,
Chelsea were under the radar poor last year. I think that if United were just behind Chelsea last year, or it would have been kicking off because they were really so far behind considering what they spent last year. They went from the excitement of winning the Champions League and all that.
And they look like they could be signing Koulibaly.
Yeah.
So that's a good summer for them.
It is, yeah.
Patrick Cassidy. Can you give a shout out to my mate, Phil McCracken? Phil McCracken.
That's just a standard one, that one.
Yeah, it's good. I've not seen any like ones I've never seen before.
Yeah.
We're just waiting as the game goes on.
Yeah. Should we try a different laptop or something? Maybe have to do a swap out with Joe McGrath.
What with my laptop? Really?
Yeah,
Why?
Might need to do a bit of substitution.
Why?
On laptops. Well, because currently we're just making small talk
Like
about
conversation.
Nothing.
It's light work, isn't it?
Just a podcast.
I like a podcast.
I do like a podcast. Hang on. So Darwin Núñez playing for Liverpool. Do you think we should sign him?
Yeah, I think we might regret it, but we might regret a lot of things.
Yeah.
We always regret it.
Yeah. We've still got that. There we go. There he is, Darwin Núñez, the one that we thought was coming to United, but didn't happen. De Gea wincing a little bit there. Hopefully that's nothing too serious because I like Tom Heaton, but I don't want him to be my first choice goalkeeper next season. You all right? You found some more games, have you?
Yeah.
Full names?
Big shout out to Sol T-Nuts.
Hey.
Love that. Tackleman's not even tried here. David Pissflaps. What are you on about?
I knew not even tried to hide from it, have you? You said it. It's Leighton Clarkson, not Jeremy.
Right, we've got the game back on. 65 minutes gone. We've got 25 minutes to hold out on a 3-0 win. Abdul thinks we're not even going to concede. I mean, wow, that would be insane. If we didn't, a bit of confidence there for the second team that kind of came on.
Tell you what, it's a big test for Malacia. Here's your first 45 minutes in United shirt. Who have you got to mark?
Is it raining?
It is.
There, if you can see there in the background of the games, they've got the ponchos on.
I'm gutted for our lads going all the way over there and getting. I hope they've got.
I hope they've got protection.
Imagine regular rain is like sweaty, hot.
It's never good because do you put a coat on?
Andy hopes they've got protection over there.
It means like a Mac or a Cagoule.
Oh, right, okay. I thought you heard the rumours as well.
Yeah.
Right, let's go. Oh, I tell you what, we are lacking a little bit of confidence in the middle. Go on.
No, go on. Lacking what confidence? He's dancing past him there.
This is the real Zidane.
Yeah, the real Zidane. Yeah, they've now got Konate and Van Dijk as centre halves with Thiago and Fabinho in front of him.
There's nothing on Iqbal Savic and
no, it's nothing on, is it?
If they can't score against this, you got Trent there at right, but they've got their full strength team now, haven't they? Darwin Núñez playing directly through the middle.
Fair enough, mate.
Tellez doing all right so far. Pocketing.
We love Asim. Oh, no mistakes. Come on, head up. Oh!
That'll be so biased.
It's such a biased thing there. Gives the ball away and then just nicks it off someone and just goes, yeah.
Would you? We love Asim said, would you rather Tim Maguire or Matip?
I'm liking Zidane, but
he's looking.
I think
he's putting the training
Matip, yeah.
Oh, it's De Gea. What's up with De Gea?
De Gea's going off by the looks of things here.
I think he was going to get subbed.
Yeah, who gets captain? Not by it, surely.
Oh, Tellez. No, won't be.
Tellez, captain.
Can't give Tellez captain.
Wan-Bissaka.
So Bayer gives it away there. Is it? Who's that pressing them there?
I'll give it to Tommy.
That's a good one. Eriksen.
Ah, right.
It's a good one, that. We're talking about your best names here on the...
I really like that. I'm not going to do any ridiculous stuff. I've got my platform, ridiculous stuff now. That's the Sloppy Joe's podcast. I'm going to keep that away. I'm going to make this all serious football content. And now we're finding the best ridiculous names.
Listen, I nearly got stunned by one.
A what?
Stunned by one before.
Right, okay. De Gea going off there doesn't look... Ten Hag kind of looked at him as if to go, are you all right there?
Yeah.
Tom Heaton coming on here.
Come on, Tom. So we've really got a very, in terms of people who've played a lot of games for United, I mean, Erik is probably the top. The rest of them are all sort of newcomers.
Wan-Bissaka played more, maybe the same. It is a mad team we've got out now against Liverpool's strongest 11 by the looks of things. So if these guys can hold out and not concede, and to be honest, let's be deadly serious. I think this lot got embarrassed by this team last season, our full strength team. So if these lads can put a good account of themselves out the second half, it'd be pretty impressive. Bayer there doing well. Charlie Savage in the middle there.
Yeah.
Go on, Palestri. Oh, Fabinho doing well there. Give him the foul. Go on, not gonna lie.
Palestri just doesn't have that
spark,
that quick. I don't know.
It's one of them. He's not got the technical of You look at someone like Sancho who's not got that.
Keeps the ball, he keeps it, but he's not got the speed with it, the complete speed to get away.
Elanga gives it away there.
I would rather see Elanga on the centre in the centre forward role.
Do you think?
Yeah.
I just don't think you've got any pace in the wings then there with I don't think Ahmad's the quickest, is he?
No,
you've not got. He's not like Elanga is.
I just want to see Ahmad on the right. Like I think Ahmad suits that
maybe
right
wing.
wing.
Do you know what? You might see.
Because in the ilk of like Anthony Ahmad, in it, like he's in that style.
Ahmad giving it away there. Maybe you'll see Hannibal come on and maybe plays
simple
the
stuff
9
right.
for a bit.
Do the simple stuff right. Oh,
Hannibal.
Who's not helping him out? Letting him know that there's a
I'm
man
not
on.
Playing Ahmad Central is not the one here.
Oh,
save
great
there.
save.
Tom Eaton.
Tom Eaton's got some good
Can't
gloves.
let Darwin Núñez score.
Darwin Núñez score.
No,
this is his debut, is it?
Yep, he's getting debut alongside
from Malacia.
When do you think players actually count their debut? Not on a game like today, surely. Would it be?
It's got to be a first
Premier League, yeah.
Premier League game is your debut. But I need to move the shuttlecock out of the way.
Just keep it over here.
No, it fell off.
What do you think?
70 minutes gone?
Yeah, so Kevin says it's going to be a long 20 minutes here.
It could be.
Could be. Kevin 07, another Kevin 07 said, Bailly looking good. Unfortunately, he won't be fit for most of the season.
Again, remember United were top of the league January under Ollie's last full season. And I remember saying that if Bailly stayed fit for the rest of the season, we win the league.
You're mad.
No, but we were playing that well.
We were playing all right.
But Bailly was, remember that, was it the Burnley game when Villa?
Burnley,
when he just absolutely threw himself in front of everything. And you were like, that's the kind of player we need. And I think alongside Maguire, I thought that's what you needed. And I thought if we'd have got that, we could have maybe got a bit close to City. But again, he got injured within a couple of weeks of that. You ended up seeing Lindelof, who I like, but I just don't think it wasn't. You just not got the pace there.
He's chucking it down in Bangkok.
He's chucking it. Brilliant.
Absolutely chucking it down.
I hope Callum's took his umbrella.
It'd be like, because it's so humid and warm over there, it'd be like warm water. Like a shower. Bring your Radox out.
I wonder if Callum took his umbrella with him.
You forget Callum's there, don't you?
Well, then no one puts it out on the thing, but Callum is there. Callum,
you basically just said.
No, as in like... Well, yeah, I did. He just said that,
yeah. You're saying he's a forgettable person.
No,
he's not.
Yeah, horrible.
Like, have you seen Hangover when they go to Thailand? He'd be the one that goes missing and they've got to rescue him.
So now you're saying he's the very
important. If that happens, because that could definitely happen to them.
Of course he could.
And the other thing is... Yeah,
I think it's been made, Andy.
Yeah.
I
have zero confidence.
Callum getting kidnapped.
Adam McCall or Jay Motti and Joe Smith finding Callum's game in if he gets locked in a fridge somewhere in Thailand.
Just leave him, won't they? Because they're going to Melbourne soon.
You can't just... Charlie Savage doing just... No, they would never find him, would they? I'm still not sure I'm on the second now.
So I'm reading that.
Go on, read some comments. Go on.
No, because some of them are rude names. Well, so this is from Dylan. It's not a rude name. I've asked him for rude names.
Come on.
This is a clean one. Dylan says, well, at least we can start the preseason off on the right foot regardless of the result. De Jong over the line. Eriksen's coming and
nice
we'll
ball.
get Martinez as well.
Great ball.
Hopefully
Go on,
Ronaldo
lad. Oh, referee! Send him off. It's not even a foul, is it?
Surely it's a foul.
Has he give the foul? What's happened here? No, I think he has. He's not give the foul.
That was a great ball from Iqbal.
Iqbal's
the whole play, Bailly as well.
Everything here. Bailly's skip past Thiago, giving it to
Is he onside?
Iqbal.
He's not, he's off.
He's well offside.
Fucking hell.
Only just, though.
Only just?
Yeah. Canate was
close.
The
defender touched it, didn't he? But I
guess
yeah.
Is it? Does he dive here? Yeah.
It's a foul, that, you know.
It's a foul.
He gets around him.
I think it's offside before anything. But
it's good, though.
That ball from Iqbal,
I'm liking what I'm seeing from Iqbal, you know.
Yeah.
Very
There's
clean.
a lot of confidence there to step into that
tight.
midfield, playing a position that's not your norm, and you're up against
very impressive.
A decent Liverpool team. Not bad. You all right over here? Are you
Listen,
allowed? I might take the comments off you in a minute.
Comments. It's great fun.
If we talk about like Frankie, you know, like how he spins off in midfield and then brings the ball out, and I think that style of play, obviously, Ten Hag will like. So if he's like an understudy to Frankie, that's good.
Yeah, absolutely. Go on, mate.
No. I can't say them. You've been telling me off for saying them, but I've got to laugh.
Yeah, but you've said them now. So as long as they're not really rude.
Bozza Richie's a funny one, isn't it? Bozza Richie. I swallow. I'm not going to read that. Shout out to Willie Strucker.
You absolute child.
Oh, it's very funny, Willie Strucker.
Joe said, Joe Smith and Jay Motti said, don't worry, I'll leave you with Joe McGrath. Safe pair of hands to this watch along.
It's funny.
You'll look after things, and you're saying Willie Stroker on the stream.
But it could be a real person. You don't want to
No, it's not, though, is it?
Oh, Tellers has just thrown him.
Yeah, Tellers. King Willie Stroker, for fuck's sake. My God. Yeah. United still 3-0 up against
Liverpool.
Liverpool.
It's still 3-0. Your prediction of us holding out might come true.
A lot of people praising Zidane online.
Really, yeah.
He's looking good.
Very mature so far, like on the ball,
Yeah.
spinning off quickly, like playing out the press.
Yeah.
Some good passes.
Do you know what I get called as well, by the way?
No.
No, this is...
No.
They call Joe
I
Smith.
don't wanna know,
Joe Smith horizontal Joe. And I'm vertical Joe.
Is it not the other way around?
Is it the other way around? Yeah, I don't really know. I'm horizontal Joe. That's tight, isn't it? Horizontal Joe and vertical Joe.
You know what? I
Not
hate
on, is
this
it?
right side so far.
It's funny, though.
Do you know
Right,
what? Donny's getting the
Rams-
ball. He's trying to play, but there's no one to play with. Like,
No.
it just goes to Zidane, and
I think
that's it.
Zidane and Savage are like, they're doing well, but they're also going,
Yeah.
see here, I want to stay here because I know that they're in front of me. I don't think they've tried getting past it. Malacia there, good touch.
Yeah, Jamie agrees with you on the
Playing
super
to big-
chat, on the chat. Yeah, Zidane has been class. Fair
Good from
play.
Bailly. Good
And do you know
from
what?
Bailly
He's
again.
been on the videos.
Bailly doing Erik, Bailly.
Go on,
Go on,
Bailly,
Erik,
go
Bailly!
on. No.
Get the goal! Pass it to Bailly!
I want by.
What a goal!
Oh, goal!
Erik,
there,
Bailly,
it's like
you
I said
madman.
we're getting one more, and we're keeping a clean
What
sheet.
a
This
goal.
is it. We're getting one on the
Great
break.
goal.
I said it.
Wow.
We're getting one on the break, and then we're calling it a day.
Erik, Bailly, the
Very well
madman.
played.
Bye.
Eric Bailly
Bailly's
doing
just-
absolute scenes there. What is that about? He went all the way up to the front.
I said we'll get one on the break.
That's
And
one of them
it.
though,
Clean
where the manager's either buzzing but also going, "What the fuck are you doing over there?"
Was a lovely team goal. That. We're going to
I
see the
needed a
replay of
Bailly
it
to
now.
finish
Nice
that.
little
Bailly's
replay.
just-
Bailly collects the ball and he's
He does it. He goes, "All right, I'm going
Oh,
past Thiago,"
step over.
and then he just goes, "I'm going." Great running.
Great
Van
pass.
Dijk can't deal with it. Ahmad, great
Ahmad,
little ball.
Palestri, very
Palestri,
good.
really good finish.
It's a very, very sensible finish. That
It's good
knowing that
football.
the keeper's to his left.
good football.
He takes it to the right.
Van Dijk doing his usual
Great
thing. Is
foot,
if
yeah.
I step
Great
off
from
enough,
Ahmad and Palestri there. Good
Quality.
decision making. all
Really
around.
nice decision making.
That's the thing with Palestri. Like, he keeps it tight to him, but like he's not. I don't think he's a pure winger.
yeah. Look, the argument in the first half was we had a full strength team against a weak Liverpool team. Our kids have just ran through, and Erik Bailly have ran through Liverpool's strongest 11 there, and fantastic. Good stuff.
You'd be fuming, aren't you? If you're a
Oh, we're going to win the league.
You're a Liverpool fan. You wait all year for this game when you're getting tonked by United's kids.
Here's the thing, like, because our lads are over
Nice
there.
from Savage there.
There will be a Liverpool equivalent of someone that's travelled all the way there to watch this game and cover it.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Wan-Bissaka showed me nothing so far.
Nothing.
So I'd like him to step in and do something, to be fair.
I mean,
Ahmad?
Oh,
I think you've
come on.
seen. I think Ahmad's drifted maybe a bit more to the right hand side.
I think
Get the ball in, get the ball in.
wants, he wants the ball there, Ahmad.
Yeah,
doesn't he?
yeah.
That's more of his natural area there, man.
Good stuff. If you're wearing that shirt, are you button done up? Or are you button undone?
Button undone.
Button
Get
undone.
the hairy
Do you
chest
do
out.
Collar up.
I think button
Nah.
up.
Collar up.
Button up in a big game, collar up. Just
Really? In the big game?
for the Cantona vibes.
I think the press in there.
When the cameras are really on.
It's because Alanga's gone top button up done.
Yeah, I'd
But
go
I've
button
seen.
up.
I think it'd be
Why didn't Liverpool have anyone at the
Looks
back
smart
then where
like
we
that.
just cut them open a bit?
because they do that a lot. But the thing is, they usually don't give the ball away, so that never happens as much. But
Wow.
Having actual buttons though on like a shirt, it's just
I know, I'm not
footy
sure
shirt.
about it.
Isn't it like irritating?
Yeah.
Have we had that before?
Yeah,
Which shirt was it? Was it?
I think 99. I think that's what they've kind of gone for, isn't it? They've gone back to the 90s.
Do you remember the AIG one?
Oh, that was
But like
nice.
that wasn't buttoned up, but it had a collar.
There was
remember that?
There was another one.
Think
there
it
was it Van? No, was it Mourinho's first season or when he had the button, but it wasn't. It was like there was no collar.
Moyes had buttons.
Moyes had a
Moyes
button. I didn't like the Moyes kit was nice, but I just
there, Ahmad.
Oh, a bit too of a strong pass, that wasn't it?
Wan-Bissaka's just not showing anything so far.
I know it's your
Elanga,
big.
go on then. No,
Bloody hell.
that was a bit ambitious.
It's your big day, innit? And he's not really doing
Donny's
much.
fuming at him there. Wants it played back.
We're 4-0 up, lads.
Yeah, 4-0 up, enjoying it.
Has anyone spotted J Motty yet?
J Motty's big head.
Bald head.
Shiny head.
Or McCall's beard.
Joe's a good one. Very
Or
opposite.
Callum's glasses.
Yeah.
No one knows Callum, so I'm guessing you won't have done. Not the best pass, but he's trying it. He's looking confident.
Bullying
there.
Callum on camera.
Oh, you've been saying.
You're saying it's forgettable.
Well,
you're
honestly,
saying
He's
no
not-
one knows him.
No one's going to know him because he's not on camera.
I think if you're a big enough fan, you'll know him.
You know
because
Callum.
you would have maybe seen him on like a story or
Yeah, he will have been
Steez
there.
Insta back in the day.
Yeah, you'll know. Go on.
Patrick Cassidy says, honestly, I used to have a customer at work called Fanny Sands. Lovely French woman.
Fanny Sands.
I don't think that's even one.
What was the one off
Darren,
the what was one of the chase? Fanny Schmeller.
Fanny Schmeller,
Yeah.
great athlete. Darren says, Zidane looking confident, really
Yeah.
looking forward to it. Neva says, we better at least win Europa. That's a good point. Bring on Europa League.
We've got Europa League. That's going to be the chances for the likes of Zidane and
Yeah,
Charles
yeah.
Savage
That's
next
good.
season.
That's
So
what
that
I'm
little
talking about with
turn there,
Zidane.
quality. Up against Thiago.
Yeah,
and just-
Kevin 07
all right then.
Zidane looking solid. Might be ready for
He
the
gets
Prem
it
or
turned
in
and
a season or two. Very promising.
So far, if you told me which of Savage, Mejbri, or Zidane you're keeping,
Yeah.
from what I've seen so far, it probably would be Zidane.
Yeah, I think so. And Medjbry's not even had a chance yet, whether that's
I think we're playing
fitness-wise
Ahmad
or-
in the wrong areas completely, you know.
I think so, but I think that's
I mean, the
more
defence needs to
necessity.
get
That's
structure
poor, but
there.
like-
Come on.
But
I
you've
just
got-
think inside right is where you want to see him do anything.
Is Ronaldo staying after this, says Thomas?
I don't think this changes it.
Honestly, with the
Who's
Ronaldo
got our
thing-
number 6 now, by the way? Pogba's gone. No one.
No one. That's been saved, isn't it?
Oh, is it? Wonder who for?
Martinez, you know. I reckon that'll be a good one.
What's Frankie's number?
Frankie's
like?
21.
And that's
He
not
likes
there,
the
is it?
21.
Because Cavani's gone. So
Yeah, so
Is Cavani literally just gone, yeah.
he's gone, mate.
Did they even say no?
Has
no
he even got a
social
club
media
yet,
posts or
Cavani?
anything? Oh, don't give away stupid free kick.
Well, that's going to happen, isn't it?
Matthew, member for 20 months. He said, scoring a goal against a full strength Liverpool. What? Matthew Coward says, scoring goals against a full strength Liverpool 11 without a striker is actually happening, lads.
Yeah, it is. I'm at striker, scoring goals. Free kick here for Liverpool. I'm more confident of Tom Eaton organising the wall than David De Gea. I've never felt confident, even since like 2012, I've never felt confident of De Gea organising the wall.
Josh
Always
Chambers
seems
says we've got a little cheeky domestic cup season this year.
look, that's what we've got to hope for, isn't it? Because for as much as we're going to say things like we're going to win the league, winning a domestic cup is probably a good target for
we'll
him.
win the league though with Frankie and Martinez though, right?
Is this going to happen?
Yeah, 100%.
What do you mean?
Have you seen the way we've played this
We're
game?
4-0 up. We're going to sign Frankie de Jong. Going to win the lot, aren't we?
It's a bit unfair, innit? Maybe we shouldn't sign Frankie.
Good, Ed. Well blocked.
Here's one for you.
Here we go. Strap yourself
If
in.
we won the Premier League, the FA Cup, the League Cup, and the Europa League, that quadruple, is that bigger than winning the treble?
Wait, the Premier League, FA Cup, yeah.
So we're in the four that
I'll
we're
tell
in
you
this
why,
season.
Here
I
we
think
go.
that's bigger than
It's
the
just facing this City and Liverpool team after like the changes we've had and the mess around and everything. Just
Can't believe I've
it'll
asked
be a
that
lot
question.
harder.
by the way. It's ridiculous. No chance of
That is
winning any of them.
An absolutely wild question.
What? So you're saying winning the lot this season?
Yeah, win everything we've got this
Obviously.
season.
Yeah,
Big ass that
I think it'll be
Buys
bigger.
down
No, I'm
because
not
he
saying
got
we're
the
gonna do it.
full
'Cause he's
force
just
of
gone
the
free
free
in his
kick.
face.
It would be
into his
bigger
head.
though. It would
Yeah.
be bigger.
Yeah.
Obviously, the thing is, it's the Champo in it, but nah, the treble because of the Champions League.
Yeah, I think it always is.
But if you say
I'm only
what's
joking.
more difficult, then obviously doing that would be.
Yeah. But all good signs so far. I don't think. Let's not get too excited. That's ridiculous.
No, we can
question.
get a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit
We can
excited.
just get.
This is all hypothetical.
83 minutes into the
Otherwise-
Bangkok
The,
Cup.
the,
we're all
the,
doing
yeah,
it.
the Bangkok. It's not called the Bangkok Cup.
What's it called?
The match. It's called. They've called it the match.
It's the Bangkok Cup.
Bloody hell. That marketing team's done a fantastic job there, haven't
Yeah.
they?
The match.
This will have been agreed ages. Probably agreed before.
What are you talking about? They're not going to time waste in the Bangkok Cup, are they?
Brilliant branding.
He got the ball to his head then. This will be agreed. It's not the Champions League semi-final. This will be agreed.
No,
This.
I wasn't
Bit of
saying
time
anything.
wasted.
Hold on. What are you talking about? I was saying
He's talking
the
about
match
the
will have been
match.
agreed probably before COVID. Like
Oh,
they've agreed to play the match.
Talking about
I'm not
going
saying he's
down.
going down to
I thought,
waste
right, so
5
on my screen,
minutes.
he's Bailly going down. You're like, this will be agreed.
That was some serious waffle from Joe, wasn't it?
What are you talking
What do
about?
you mean? I thought you were talking about Bailly going down and getting time wasting. And this will be agreed before Ten Hag pulls him to one side. He goes, listen.
Joe, have you had any wings today?
No, but
That's
I am.
that
Should we get
explains
Nando's
it.
after this?
I've got a fish pie. Ready for it.
Don't do it.
No, we have a fish pie.
I've got to go home, actually.
Why left the eating on?
Hmm?
You left something on?
Yeah, I do, actually. I have something on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Secretive, aren't you?
Very secret
It's
stuff.
not secret. It's very
85
boring.
minutes gone. Let's not have weird private whispering conversations on the stream.
No, but the thing is, you can never... You can
Get
never
out to
worry.
it.
He's going to miss his shit.
Yeah.
You can never expect anything weird from me. Joe,
No,
though. Joe
Joe
will say
definitely.
something nuts, innit?
Do you remember
I'm
when
that
we were
weirdo.
winding Joe Smith off on a watch-along years ago?
Oh,
saying
yeah,
we're going
went too far then,
to
didn't we?
reveal his Amazon basket.
Yeah, and his Amazon basket was dirty.
He just wasn't having it.
Yeah, all sorts of
What are
plugs.
we on like?
Right, we're on 2.3. Let's
We
get
get
to
to
2.5.
4,000, we will tell you what was in Joe Smith's Amazon basket.
Look like a pear. This. Right, so there's a couple of tweets here just saying, a couple of messages. Tweets?
Tweets on the YouTube
Yeah, listen, I'm
comments.
just getting overexcited, aren't
I
we?
know you are.
Yeah, people are just confirming that they've loved the look of Zidane moving forward. Let's see more of him in the pre-season. Its full title, by the way, this is from Ryan, is The Match Bangkok Century Cup 2022.
What a name. Shout
That
out
is
the
the
Pradman
full
team.
title of
So
what
not
we're
the
playing
Bangkok
for.
Cup
Here.
then, no.
Not the Bangkok Cup. It does have a good ring to it, that though.
Bangkok Cup's better.
Look says, imagine celebrating goals in pre-season game. Hey, listen, these are young lads,
Look,
these, and they've just, they're playing a game for Manchester United. Fans are there. Someone asked what the fan split was. I mean, we can't tell, but looks like
It just,
more.
to be honest, it looks like it's just everyone kind of throwing together. Tellez doing well there with the header. Salah looks to be in 1v1 with Tellez.
He's well rubbish, though. Isn't he?
Oh, good head.
Good cross.
So bad. Look at him. He's awful.
No! Hey!
I said he's bad, innit? He's so bad, innit?
So
Was that Nunes as well? on the
Salah
rebound?
there
Oh,
hitting the post. It was all right.
That'll be
It
them
was
all
a bit of
season,
all
that.
right that.
Sums it up.
And then Nunes with the follow up. I don't know whether I think Bailly puts him off a little bit,
Yeah,
but
Speaking with a noise.
blazes it over
Should've
the
done
bar.
better though
He
there.
should do. He should score there.
Should have gone right.
Mate,
through that.
yeah.
Salah doing what Salah does, which is
Has anyone seen Jay? That was a message from Cillian.
yeah, well done, Erik Bailly there, putting Nunes off enough there to make him miss that. But this is good.
Has anyone seen Jay? No, we haven't seen Jay,
No,
sadly.
not seen Jay.
100 million
Don't know
was it, says Horizon, yeah. Out at the stadium, says Dennis. That's where that
Hey.
Nunes chance went.
The other thing is, people saying celebrating goals. I would celebrate United Liverpool goals in a final. I think I would have celebrated in that Masters League the other week.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
United are playing Liverpool, I'm celebrating a goal going in. Doesn't matter with pre-season.
I'd
what.
celebrate United's under fives beating Liverpool.
Yeah, absolutely. Always. I don't think we've got an under fives, but you never know.
Funny. Loads of
Are you all right?
No, he's lost his head.
So many jokes to be made.
No, people are saying to other people in the comments they've not seen Jay. I'd love to see Jay, Joe, and Adam and Carl in there.
Tyrell Malacia, what have you made so far? Abdul, what have you made of him? Not really.
Not seen enough of him.
No.
To be
It's-
honest, I can't give a proper review of him. Again, a lot of these players I want to see in a proper team.
Yeah,
like,
you want
it's
to see
good
them
start.
dropped in rather
The
than
couple
being
of players I'd say is Malacia, Donny, and Zidane
by
Iqbal.
Trent. Oh!
And Zidane Iqbal. I think after what I've seen from Zidane today,
Nice bit of
I would like to see those
time on the
three.
ball
And
there.
I'd also
Got a
probably
release down the
maybe
line.
what I see.
Alanga's been off.
He's not really done too much. Ahmad looks sharp
did
at now.
very well there.
Come on, hold it, ref.
He's not
been a
gonna-
bit
Not-
man
it's
on
not
his
He's not
easy,
going to
is
wait
it?
to Canati, is he?
What's Abdul made of the style of play so far? It's from John Blacksmith. Is there anything different from last season? Basically,
I think the first half there's been different. Like I think pressing triggers. Like I've seen that when a certain area of the pitch when the opposition touches the ball, I see is like get onto it a lot quicker in the first half, win the ball back in good positions, and I think Bruno was a lot cleaner with his play, a lot more composed.
I think my only
There we go.
not worry or the thing I was expecting to see is our goalkeeper's still very deep. I still think
that's true.
You're not seeing our goalkeeper step up even when we've got the ball. You're still seeing where De Gea is comfortable, which is edge of 18, and even then Tom Heaton there is still in the edge of his box. He's not really, pressing up like you'd watch a Liverpool goalkeeper and City's goalkeeper well into their half. But I've not seen that change, which is again maybe working with what we've got.
Very good from Bailly again.
Bailly, maybe with more of a steady
well.
head next to him, he might be okay, but he is just
2 minutes
still
added
too
time.
wild.
Can they keep the clean sheet?
Yeah, Himansu on the comments says, this is like a Tarantino title. Revenge is served in Bangkok.
Bailly again.
By blocking it there.
Bailly's been good, man. I've got to give it him. Like he's actually been very good.
Nothing for that, no.
I would have loved that.
People are giving their hearts out here in the comment section.
I can't.
You're just
I can't.
ignoring it.
No,
It would have been nice if there was like data from this game because I'd want to see like Bailly's numbers. Like he stepped in a lot.
He's done
won a
well.
lot of challenges.
Dennis Rod says Ahmad looking ready for. Ahmad looks not ready for first team football.
I think the position is playing.
Position. I also think he still looks. He's very lightweight, isn't he?
Yeah, that's what
you've seen there up against
Dennis
Canate. That's where he struggled in Scotland last year. You're going to see a lot of that. It's one of them. If you're that size, and I've always said this even about Angel Gomes, if you're that size, the level you've got to be at technically and everything like that has to be ridiculous to be able to play in the Premier League.
Liverpool fan, by the way, in Thailand, have come over and they've got not even scored.
Oh, Robertson flying into the boards there. Don't pat him on the back.
Robertson and May had a moment there. I thought they were going to kiss.
Don't be
Did
doing
you
that.
see
I hate Andy Robertson.
He's a bit mad, isn't
I
he?
hate Andy
And they got
Robertson.
the sound of Scottish.
I'm not gonna lie, if he played for us, he'd be the type of player that you'd like. But
Oh yeah,
when he's on the
Course,
opposition team, you just hate him.
Can we keep the clean sheet? 30 seconds to go. It'd be big this for second half.
Go on,
if we can keep that clean sheet.
Great head.
I told you guys.
Oh, am I getting
Have
flat
I-
in there?
Come
No,
on,
I'm not jinxing
it's like end of school stuff. Showing you
Yeah.
the dinner ladies blowing the whistle, but you're still playing for like 30 seconds more.
Wait, you had the dinner
Just-
ladies blowing the whistle for you guys.
Yeah, we had a couple on the line as well.
What? They
The
just
flags out.
They just
Offside.
finished. They just finished handing out the passes.
Oh,
I told you that
Well
they're awful.
done.
They're absolutely stinky.
Dinner ladies were going.
Oh,
great,
they've
Is that
called it. We were through as well.
lads,
We
we're
are
winning.
the official champions of the match, Bangkok Century Cup 2022.
Wow.
Put it on a t-shirt.
Wow, 4-0 to Manchester United. We will have a live review very, very shortly. So make sure, I'm sure that, has that been set up just yet, Mr. Producer Ethan?
I'll put the link in the
The link will be in the chat for the live review, so make sure you click on that, go over. We'll be there in a couple of minutes. Just have a quick wee
Yeah, a
break.
couple
We'll
of
be back.
minutes. I need a quick
It's
week.
been good. Well done, Joe Smith. Joe McGrath, not Joe Smith.
Hey,
Joe McGrath.
but
Sloppy
you
Joe.
can go on the Sloppy
Thank you,
Joe's.
Abdul.
Listen, new podcast out today, Sloppy Joe's podcast.
Go
Get
and
on
watch
it.
that. Go and check
watch
out
us,
Abdul. We'll be back very, very shortly with the live review. Thank you very much for watching. 4-0 to Manchester
And the
United.
Blues.
See you in a bit.